Well,
Hey!
what happened last time on Ebon Ward?
Well, a fair amount happened last time. Maze, Nash, and Andrin decided to pursue Parthena because Nash got her sent. And you guys tracked her down pretty quick, and a big old brawl kicked off. She was not aware of how Scream Eater worked, so went to cast a big old spell, and Nash now has Chain Lightning, which, by the way, Nash, just so you know, it's been upgraded. You can now keep whatever spell you have until it's unleashed.
Wow.
So enjoy that Chain Lightning.
My chain of lightning, let's go! I'm pulling this one out like 10 sessions from now. It'll be awesome.
And Parthena, realizing things were going bad, decided to try and escape. Emphasis on try. Maze hookshotted her in the back, and they went on a whole journey together through the caves. While that was all happening, the rest of the group were able to come back and assist Nash and Andrin with their predicament of the Veritas Legion that had remained. In the little one-on-one between Parthena and Maze, a lot of words were shared, not a lot of progress, because really what boiled down to is they just hate each other now and they're excited to kill one another at some point. So Parthena was able to escape, unfortunately. Once you guys came back together, you realized it was time to go check up on various people. So Nash and Dia went back to the academy with Pride to go check on Deletta and Doopsy. Turns out whatever Parthena was going to try and grab from the academy, she was unable to do as well because a lot of shit went down for her courtesy of the 11th hour. Deletta has agreed to go speak with Pain about her and her keepers leaving. But of course, with the assistance of Pride, I would encourage to maybe mute your mic, whatever you're doing. With Deletta, Pride, and Nash going to the main gate to go and speak with them about it. Meanwhile, Maze went to go speak with Pain directly and made it clear to her that he and a few others are also these monsters and maybe should back off considering that they also bled for this city. Realizing that she's not in a stellar position, begrudgingly agreed, so long as the compromise that her keepers could remain in the city to sort of provide extra assistance for healing and just making sure no more revenants were present.
To steal a bunch of bodies.
Well, that is actually the transition here, is that as Redpath and Maze were walking through the streets again, they overheard a keeper talking about how they were rounding up revenants. Didn't go much detail than that, but they were being brought to the gate, and the party assumed that most likely this meant the main gate that leads out of Leviara. Then, back in the academy, Dia and Amaranth were kind of investigating to see what on earth Parthena would be interested in, and decided to see if Des Veritas could lead the way using the Orb of History. Turns out, because Des has done some nasty shit involving souls in the cycle, when the orb was used on him, it actually pulled him out of whatever prison he's in currently to actually have a full-on conversation with Dia, where he revealed that, yes, he does have many of the tricks and techniques as well as technology to likely do many of the things that she is requesting, though it's a little difficult for him during his current circumstances, so we'll see if anyone actually helps him out. He did also reveal that in this very academy, there was not a full-on lab, but more of a study that he and his sister had created right under the academy's nose and had not been discovered. And that is where we left off with Dia and Amaranth going down to investigate. Now, quick question for you, Dia. Do you want to go down in there immediately? Do you want to have wait for anyone else to come and join you, or?
Placing myself back in the mindset of where I was at the end of the last session, I think my intention was just to go straight there with Amaranth.
Okay. I will also ping. I'll ping one more time.
Secret study. Secret study. There's nothing more fun.
Yeah, you find that Amaranth isn't nearly as, excitable in this regard. She's more just like, I don't trust this at all. And as you guys go, she actually stops and just kind of stares at the door for a while.
She does, huh?
Yeah.
He gets to the bottom of the stairs, sees she has stopped. Oh, you got, something has caught your attention?
The temperature. She
Hmm.
kind of tilts her head. And it's at this point, Dia, even with your incredibly low perception, you notice that underneath the door is a slight fog.
Ooh. Gonna walk up and just kind of like put a hand on the door and feel. I'm assuming it's cold in there.
Yeah, you put your hand on the door and it's exceedingly cold to the point where your skin almost gets stuck to the metal.
Whoa, okay. That's
Addis.
yeah. That's properly refrigerated in there.
Huh. That is curious. I don't recall Des mentioning anything about traps, right?
That's not the impression that I got. No, it doesn't sound like they built this place intentionally defended against outsiders. I think they were relying on security through obscurity. That being said, we've been to one of their labs before, and they didn't have the best handle on keeping their stuff under lock and key. So things that were supposed to be sitting there were inadvertently guarded by the fact that dangerous shit was just leaking out all over the place, or walking around playing a music box. It was a kind of a weird situation.
I see. Right. Well, all the same, we'll need to be extra cautious then.
Well, spooky fog and cold temperature sounds like a job for... I'm going to go ahead and use my bonded object to cast a spell I don't have prepared. Can I go ahead and give Amaranth and myself a life bubble, please?
Oh, sure. Can you remind me what that does, like the spark notes on that?
Yeah, so basically it means we don't have to worry about breath or temperature or like immediate surrounding conditions. It doesn't prevent damage per se, but it means extremes in temperature are fine. We don't have to breathe, so we don't, if this fog is like evil toxic gas or something, it should protect from that.
Okay. Excellent. I want to see if Amaranth has anything that would be useful. Nothing immediately would be useful for her to use right now. She kind of turns to you. Thank you. Okay. Then I assume we'll need to stay close.
Well, now I've given this to both of us. We should be okay to split up, but I don't think that's going to be a good idea for other reasons, just in case there is anything, I don't know, on the loose in here.
Correct.
But we shouldn't have to worry about poison or frigidity or anything, sort of squinting at the door. Is this a normal door? Is there any kind of strange, unusual opening mechanism or anything?
It looks like a normal door. The problem is that even just from the little bit you've engaged with it, it looks frozen shut. Well, I mean, this is within my realm of expertise. She kind of like almost finger guns towards the the door lock, and there's just a burst of fire that just blows out the handle. And then she creates a small like wall of fire to just kind of melt it down. And then finally, after a bit of time, she kind of nudges over to you. Mind helping me push this open?
Yeah, no problem. I love seeing someone open a door by going, "Ay" at it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. And she kind of smiles. And with it's still a bit of force just because like there's actually a bit of snow that kind of piles up against the door.
Whoa. When we open it up, does a bunch of like fog spill out?
Yes. Actually, just the change in temperature as well. Like there's a rush of cold air, and it's actually a good thing that you have that life bubble active because you can just it feels like you would already be experiencing like yeah, it'd be
Like
bad.
putting your hand on a cold window. You
Yes.
know it's cold out
Could
there.
could I do a little detect magic sweep and see if I can figure out why it's so cold in here?
Sure.
What is spellcraft check question mark?
Yeah. Give me spellcraft because it's just the analysis of like what could be causing this. If it is indeed specifically like a magical item or like directly magical. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's some kind of enchantment, but
Yeah. With that high, you're quite confident based on the way that this is like engaging with the environment. This is not a spell itself or even a magical item. This might be the ambient effect of an entity of some sort.
Oh,
What, another one?
another one.
How many
another
entities are you
one?
gonna talk to, Dia?
kind of folds her arms over her chest. I'm not sure what to think about that. I feel like this cold is resonating from something. It's not just a spell.
Right. I'm going to have a difficult time discerning anything in here. I mean,
Because of the uniformly cold temperature, right?
yes, luckily, she turns towards you. I can still detect you relatively well, but I think once we're in there, and we're in there for an extended period of time, I might start to lose track of you more efficiently.
Okay, well, let me know when that starts to happen. I think I can probably... I might be able to do something to help there. Alright, well, step carefully, I suppose. There's a big old... She kind of kneels down. Is this just a big frozen puddle on the ground here?
Yeah, it is solid ice.
Yeah, why don't you take my hand? There's a big expanse of ice on the floor here.
Great. I have never dealt with this before.
Just gonna... Your sister never did anything like this? Temper tantrum at home, maybe?
Temperature
No.
tantrum?
Thank you.
Temperature tantrum.
She chuckles at that. No, nothing to this extent.
Yeah, I'll just lead you where it's gonna be a tight squeeze. There's a little bit of floor we can walk on here. That's not
All right.
frozen over.
I won't lie, this is a bit terrifying for me.
Don't
'Cause, like,
worry. If
she's
you-
never like stood on this sort of material
I'll
before,
keep
so
an
for
eye
her,
on you.
it's-
If
yeah.
you start to lose your footing, I will sweep you off your feet gallantly.
Wow, how kind of you. Once she gets on more solid ground, she very quickly like steps away and taps her cane around. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to do my best to try and detect what else is in here. Maybe you should be in charge of the actual investigation of objects.
And there's immediately a fun glowing pyramid on the desk over here. That looks promising enough.
Yeah. You examine it, and like you don't need to roll anything to like do a full-on examination, but it does say like subject 004, like it's a very low number, and like kind of examining it a bit, you do notice the occasional like face that comes past the like glowing parts of it. Probably a safe assumption this is an improved canister like the ones you found
the
back
souls.
back in the Elysiote basement.
Looks like we've got one or more souls, spirits imprisoned over here.
Good. Okay.
So yeah, off to a strong start. Subject 004. I guess, let's do a brief visual sweep of the room. So like obviously I can see what's here on the map, but why don't you describe what I'm looking at so that I can so I make sure I'm interpreting everything correctly.
Yeah, so obviously first and foremost you find a bunch of books along the wall. Safe to assume that a lot of these are just fucked. Just from the cold. It's like even examining one or two of them, it has been so cold in here that they actually like shatter in your hands. A lot of alchemical components and materials, various bottles, what seem to be now dead, like hangman spores. Looks like they were on that train very, very early. And looking over to the south, you're able to find 2 desks. The closest one has various little alchemical components as well as what looks to be a spell book of some variety, and various what remains of some papers. From the little bits that you can discern from them, they are talking about the possibility of getting involved with using necromancy for other means for control and things of the sort. To the further south, you notice that there are a big green canister that has a crack in it. And then there are some notes, various strange Magitech implements that are actually pretty advanced for this time. Not uncommon considering the last time you were in a Veritas ruins. But more interestingly is this is a pretty low ceiling. Probably because they had to
fit it in here.
Yeah. And you notice that on the ceiling above that desk are wires, but they don't go to anything. Like it was ripped out.
So there are wires emerging from the ceiling that just terminate in the middle of the air, not connected to anything.
It's like if there was a fan there and you just ripped it out and just the cords hanging down from it.
What do you reckon we're directly below right now?
She thinks about that. Let's see here. Based on the number of steps that we took, I would wager we are... We wouldn't be below specifically the evocation study, but neighboring our... You remember just above us was before the summoning and alchemical study. The room right next door to that is sort of a general study that did lean towards evocation, or more specifically, elemental evocation.
Okay. Well, let's see. Out of everything you gave me in that general description, well, I think first of all, we're gonna go ahead and grab and briefly flip through that spell book just to see, is this indeed just a spell book? Are there any notes in here about what they were researching?
Let's see here. So looking through it, this looks to be an old spell book by Parthena, and which helps you confirm that she was indeed a wizard. And so here is
the only spell is summon bitch.
No, there's different things in there, but I mean, that would be one, most likely. But flipping through, some of these spells you've, never even heard of. So either she designed them herself, or they're spells that have just been lost over the years.
Oh, Hellmouth Lash, a spell I was legit considering taking, even though it's not very good because it's so fucking funny. This will be.
Well, now you have the chance.
Yeah, now finally.
Yeah, shouts to Hellmouth.
Yes. God.
Shout out.
Okay. And then, so that's the spellbook on here. And then, did you already summarize, from your verbal description? Have I implicitly read through the papers on this desk?
Let's see here. So give me a linguistics check to see if you're able to because there's frost over it and you have to be so careful with it, if you're able to read the documents left behind.
I put ranks in linguistics for no reason other than being a nerd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to worry about this too much then. So, some notes go into fairly extensive detail on a device that might have been removed. You're able, just to discern based on that. Yeah. The entire purpose of this device was to pull out a soul without harming the body in any capacity. Because you think back to the one back at the Elysiote Manor, and there's a real chance that because of the wiring and just not getting the power set up right, might burn the body a little bit, just a little. But this device was used to actually just pull it out wholesale, no problem. And he was able to figure out a way to put the same soul back in but putting a different one led to, as he puts it, concerning results.
And he here is specifically Des.
Yes, and unlike Parthena, who like makes sure her name's on each page 4 times, his is just like very polite, like down at the very bottom, very small font in cursive, Des Veritas.
Really funny to imagine. You know how, like, in the JoJo Abridged series, Dio's always like, I, Dio. That's how Parthena writes.
I honestly, kind of a little bit, I, Parthena, have once again discovered something amazing for the world because I, Parthena.
And out of curiosity, anything of interest on this blackboard?
Yeah, I'll let your linguistics pan over for that. It looks like it's a little washed out at this point in time just because, again, it's been like 400 years. It looks like it's the study of diseases and, more importantly, vampirism. You, based on the looks of this, like, you haven't had a chance to like fully digest all of the information, but like there's a lot of possibilities with having the like origin, like genetic coding for vampirism.
Yeah.
And like the true alchemical process they did to convert that disease into what it is now.
So they, making sure that I have my recollection correct.
Sure.
So Blackthorn turned the Tarlins into bat creatures, and the Tarlins at some point reached out to the Veritises to go to try and fix them. And the Veritas siblings were like, wow, this is fucked up and cool, and came back. And so we have no reason to think that the Veritas siblings were like infected with vampirism per se, more that they studied the condition that Blackthorn had affected the Tarlins with and reverse engineered a way to just like turn themselves into vampires. Is that the gist of it from what I'm putting together?
From what you've learned, and I believe Blackthorn even elaborated a little bit to it, is that at some point, like, they actually did get infected in some variety, but it was like far weaker than what was happening with the Tarlins. Just because when Blackthorn was pissed and like more or less quotation marks cursed them, but used it through disease because he can just do that. It transferred to them and they were like, ooh, I don't feel hot. Wait, this is giving us some benefits though. What if we figure out a way to tweak it? And then they did, and that's how we got vampires.
Okay. Well, realistically, there's no chance Dia's not gonna copy that down.
Yeah. Or actually, Amaranth turns to you. Is something important on there?
Maybe, yeah. I think we might be looking at the original lab notes for how to develop vampirism.
She reaches into her jacket and she pulls out a shot glass. Now, this is usually used for me so that I can have it audibly relate to me what's written on paper. It does have an alternate function. It is able to copy whatever it goes over. I don't know how well it's going to work on something as large as a blackboard, but she shrugs. It could be worth trying. You'll then need to find something of equal or similar size to translate it to.
I see.
Unless you wanted to just write it down if you feel like you've got the time.
If you, Diadem, don't want to touch the magic knick-knack.
Let's see. Put a pin in that real quick. There's something of slightly more immediate concern. So, as I mentioned, soul triangle over there.
Yes.
And there's also, there is a canister over here that, by coloration, I'm inferring is also, or was, full of one or more souls, but it seems like it has seen better days and is leaking, and maybe that is why the everything in here.
Okay.
I don't really want to touch this, but it's probably central to whatever they were doing here.
You notice that. Amaranth seems pretty uncomfortable just because it, from what you can assume, now that you've moved that far away, in this cold room, she cannot detect you any further.
walks back a little this way and starts doing jumping jacks.
Hi, sorry.
No, yeah, no problem.
It's just a little concerning, it's all.
Here, let me, I can keep you closer if you prefer.
That would be appreciated.
I'm just gonna have to shimmy around the corner of this desk here to not slip on some more ice.
Yeah, as you guys go over the ice, can you give me a reflex save? And so is
What a normal
Oh, is it a slime?
That'd be quirky. Also, you really brought the wrong hair sif here.
Yes and no.
I bring the hair sifs that are available to me. You fight a battle with the army you have, not the army you want.
Okay. You are able to keep your footing, and Amaranth loses hers for a moment. She falls and suddenly vanishes under the ice.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could, you know, do it as I said I would do and French dip her.
Well, looks
But
like
apparently
you
not.
can't.
Give me, you know what? We'll do a contested combat maneuver.
Oh.
Let me see what.
Hope you're ready for ice, Knuckle-V.
Plus boo.
Okay, let's see.
It's a
What do I
26. It's pretty
I
fucking
still
good.
have rolling here. Okay. Flash roll 1d20 plus. I think this will be the baseline. Most of my stuff is gone except for heroism at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't this music. All right, well, fuck me, I guess.
She just vanishes under the ice, and it's now just quiet in here. What would you like to do?
Well, fuck.
Panic,
All right.
probably.
Yeah, Dia crouches down at the edge of the ice puddle here. Gonna just like, I mean, it's my perception score, so there's not much chance I'm gonna get any information out of this, but is there any visual to suggest that Amaranth is now under the ice or something?
Yeah,
As
give me-
opposed to having, say, been like zooped to another plane
Zoop
or
somewhere
something?
else. Yeah. Give me a this will be a perception check just to like,
I'll try my best.
because it's like trying to push through all of the fog.
No.
Okay.
No, I got no fucking idea.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, there is
Oh.
one detail that would be different. Humphrey is still here with you. And
Okay.
he
Is
is
he panicking a little?
yeah, no, and you notice that he is continuing to like circle around this ice.
Okay.
And you notice that when he lands down, he like ticks at it
Like,
with his
He's
beak.
at it with his beak. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me refer to my prepared spells and remind
Where's
myself.
Spanish
the
icicle?
Yeah.
What about that Hellmouth spell?
Oh, it might help.
Man, it's a good thing she doesn't have to breathe right now, I suspect.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because on the positive side, I no longer have to look at the suffocation effect.
It takes a
Love-
billion years to suffocate in Pathfinder.
Okay, well, annoyingly, I don't have any fire spells prepared, but I do have ways to damage the ice here. Yeah, all right. We're gonna try something very brute force to start with and see how this reacts. I'd like to fire off a lightning bolt at the ice here.
Okay.
So I don't know if there is anything that needs to or would be entitled to make a reflex save or not, but
Yeah, I think so. So I'll
go ahead
roll for
and
that.
roll.
Oh, they rolled very poorly. So yeah.
So that's just gonna be a straight 10d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of ones. Oh, okay, actually, it doesn't look so bad in the real dice. The 3D dice are showing like 6 ones for me.
So you fire off this blast of lightning. It actually causes a lot of the fog to disperse for just a moment. And it is there that you can see as the ice cracks. Amaranth is there, and she is is shaking. Despite the life bubble, she is shaking from the cold.
I would imagine. So yeah, I'm gonna try and yank her out.
Yeah, you pull her out, and it's then that you realize that looking down, it looks like whatever, despite the fact of how slick this ice is, now that there's a little bit of clearing thanks to the lightning bolt, this seems to go down a good, like, 10, 20 feet. Like it's just its own brand new ice cavern tunnel. Like, it looks like an ice cavern.
Huh.
Oh boy, okay. Dia's gonna quickly look back and forth. Is there any visual reaction or change in the prism over here or the canister over here?
Because you asked, you do notice that the canister to the far south is not glowing anymore.
Oh man.
So you want backup or?
Oh geez. Okay. All right. First priority. Dia's gonna. Do you mind if I just pick you up for a second here?
That's fine. You notice that her hand is glowing with fire, and she's ready to just fireball the room.
Yeah. Okay. So Dia's going to take Amaranth and just instead of trying to navigate around this puddle again, she's gonna back up onto the top of this desk here with her. Hi. I don't know what you are or if you can understand me, but if you're a vengeful soul that's been imprisoned in that canister for a long time, I just want to state for the record, that wasn't my doing. We literally just showed up here. Please, we would love if you could see your way clear to leaving us be, or maybe I could even do something on your behalf if you use your words.
You see the fire in Amaranth's hand get bigger. Politely, I don't really give a shit.
Okay, all right. Let's keep backing up for a second then.
Let's see here. As you guys are moving, let me know if this hits you, and then one's going after Amaranth. This is not touch. This is a regular hit.
I think 32 is still gonna be enough. Yeah, that'll hit me.
And then that'll go after Amaranth.
Yeah, 26 is probably good enough to hit a blind woman.
That's gonna be cold. Yes, not a crit. So 22 damage for you.
Cool.
And then for Amaranth, 26, and I need both of you to make fortitude saves.
Yeah, this sucks.
Add 2 more to that because of heroism.
That's good. Okay, so you both pass. Something makes contact with both of you, and you see where on your arm and for Amaranth on her leg where you get touched, you see that it instantly becomes frostbite and almost creeps up, but then you're able to shrug off whatever effect was about to happen.
Okay.
May I fireball?
Oh, geez. Hang on. Let's get out of here first. New first priority. Did I still have it? Do I still? Thank fuck. I still have it prepared. I'm gonna cast Resist Energy Communal for cold on myself and Amaranth.
That is very smart.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh man, it's another level of indignity. I realize. Do you mind if I toss you?
Please throw me.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for asking. Please throw me.
So perched on the desk here, Dia's just gonna turn and just huck Amaranth across the room and out the doors.
All right. Give me a strength check because there's an important thing.
Oh.
If she does not make it to the door with this throw, she is going to make contact with ice again.
Yes. You are correct. Okay, 1d20 plus 3 plus 5 because hero. Okay. So this is my baseline.
Okay. Let's
is
see
that
here.
is that enough or do I need more? Because I can call on my bit of luck if I need it.
I would throw a bit of luck on there.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try it. We'll see if a bit of luck can get me over the finish line.
Because we're looking at a good like 20 feet to throw. Like she's not a very heavy person, but like
Still a person.
Yes,
Okay,
that would be enough.
add-
Getting to
add
that 20
four
is
to
the
that.
threshold. So she and then rolls out to the side, and you see that what she's going to do actually for you is once she's over here, she instantly stands up and snaps her fingers, and she is going to make a wall of lava that surrounds you, but gives you still a beeline to the door.
Okay. What is a wall of lava meaning all the way up to the ceiling or what?
Up to the
exactly?
ceiling. She wants to create enough heat for you
Okay.
so that it starts to like melt the general area, and also make it so that whatever this thing is that's interacting with you may have difficulty getting through the
Okay.
heat.
What effect does that have on the ice puddle here?
You notice that the moment the heat starts to hit it and start melting it, there is a lot of steam, and instead of the normal hissing sound you might hear, it is a horrendous howling.
Ooh, okay. And I have at no time perceived any apparition, spectral form or anything, right?
You haven't seen it, and Amaranth hasn't either.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. All right. And when this starts to melt, does it likewise reveal like a passage down?
Yeah, it seems to go down a bit. You don't think this like connects to some winding long network, but it is weird that like a cave structure would start to form.
Yeah. Oh, the feminine urge to investigate the ice cave.
Truly.
All right. I'm going to assume from, like, I didn't explicitly state, but I think it's fair to assume I would have kept the spell book, right?
Yes,
And
I
not
assumed
left
as
it
much.
sitting on the desk? Okay.
Yes, yeah. Anything that you've interacted with at this point, I would say if you wanted to grab it, you absolutely could.
Yeah. So the issues are books that might be left, the alchemical stuff, the tools, the canister, and maybe what's written on this board. Okay. Okay.
If you want to grab those, you can tell Amaranth to lower the wall, and she can stay outside as support.
I'm gonna. There's too many things I need from here because they could be too important. I think I will be okay. Can you lower one of these walls temporarily?
All right. And she'll lower the southern one, so there's still like this L shape.
Yeah. If you start feeling anything out there, feel free to run. I will be fine. Probably.
I can't leave you behind like that. That's awful. But please do what you need to quickly.
All right. We're gonna do this fast. Luckily, we had a little powwow and divvied up all of Caden's swag. So I can, as a free action, go ahead and click my ruby shoes that I got from the dead Wicked Witch of the East, aka Caden, and act as though affected by haste for some rounds.
All right.
All right, so immediately, we're gonna, okay, so we got cabinets over here that I didn't really get to look at, right? We got
Correct.
alchemical bullshit down here. Were these the tools that you were referring to?
Those are indeed the tools.
Okay. Canister. Did I get to read through all of this on the desk?
Yes, and that's
Okay.
that's where you learn that there was a device here that actually perfectly can pull out souls no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
It, for whatever reason, the process doesn't deliver them unless they're the same soul back to the body.
Okay. Then I think what I'm gonna do, I wish everything in this room was metal and I could just suck it all out with the orb of magnetism. Okay.
There is a lot of metal in here, so you could do it.
I could get quite a bit of it. Okay, first order of business. If the ice here has melted away, it's just left like a pit, right?
A good portion of it, but I'll even say this: once it's melted and that wall has been removed, you can actually see it in real time starting to freeze over again.
Gotcha. Okay, then I think I'm going to I'm gonna buff. I'm gonna get a little stronger here. I'm gonna Hulk out. That is to say, We're going Kramka-Wolf.
Ah, I want to be big.
Yes, please.
Okay, you'll be.
All right. And gonna start just pouncing around the room, grabbing shit and throwing it out the door to Amaranth.
Yeah, every once in a while, like you throw a book and it just like slams. Like, it like just start because she can't see what you're doing. There's suddenly loud noises.
She's just gonna call tools, throw, book, throw, canister, throw. And yeah, I think, God, if she can, I think she's gonna straight up like rip these cabinets off the wall.
Sure.
Just ransack this whole fucking room and let me know if am I getting zapped? Do I need to fight something? Like,
I think with the amount of movement, it would for sure get a swing on you. So let me know if this gets you. I assume. So
30 is still gonna make it.
Okay, and I'm gonna remove the cold effect, so what you see is what you get.
Okay.
So 11 damage.
Okay.
Instead, and I will need another fortitude save.
Okay. Luckily, that resist energy is gonna do work, but I will still have to keep making these saves. Hang on, I just need to real quick remind myself what stat adjustments I get from being in this form. Okay, strength and con. Lovely. You love to see +2 con when you're getting fort saved repeatedly. Okay, so this is with that and heroism. So this is with everything factored in.
Okay, that will still pass. Once again, that like awful frostburn sort of effect crawls up your arm, but you're able to push through it once again. Amaranth, not having many options, she's like, I have an idea to try and help this a little bit. And she reaches in and snaps her fingers and says, Sirocco. And there is suddenly a downburst of superheated air.
Oh yeah, desert air.
That just thrusts all of the fog out to the sides for a moment long enough for you to just barely catch this creature. It's just a person reaching out to you once again.
You're being a real jerk. Who are you? Who are you? What did they do to you?
There is no response. They just reach out once again to try and get you. So
I'm gonna get you.
Couple of swings.
I'll mess you up.
That second one probably doesn't.
Yeah, the second one will not hit.
No cold damage. So what you see is what you get. 15 damage this time.
Oh, sorry. I thought the 11 before was cold damage. Is this a physical part? Or
These are the physical parts of the hit.
I gotcha. Is it alchemical silver?
It is not alchemical silver. Can you fucking imagine?
That would be quite something. Okay, that will, that is going to get through.
I feel like it should probably bypass damage reduction in general, considering it's a phantom
I don't know
attack,
what the nature of it is. Question mark.
But once again, 1 fortitude save. Okay.
Do I need a bit of luck?
You may want a bit of luck. Do you want to use a bit of luck?
Yes, I think I do.
All right. Okay. So then, because you cut it close and you burn a thing of luck, you will not take 8 dexterity damage.
Cool.
Oh, God in heaven.
Yeah, no, the arm like almost fully solidifies. There's something like a blip of energy and you're able to get as far away and like actually crash into the bottles behind you just to make sure it doesn't make full contact with you.
Yeah.
Amaranth, who has a visual now, goes, I think I have something for this. And she is just going to use, where is it? Yeah, Flame Snake, which is...
It's the small, what the fuck is it called? The chain of fire? It's that, but small.
Oh, yeah.
Reflex save. No, it fails. Suddenly there is an awful howl, and when it vanishes, you see it contracts in on itself and you see a glowing, blinking orb of blue. Boop. Boop.
Boop. Is it making a noise also, or am I to take those boops literally?
That's a visual for you to understand that it also boop, boop, It's going faster.
Oh, it's going faster? Cool. Love to see it.
You should probably get out of this room, dog.
Okay. Well,
You've got haste, so you're fast, so like you might be able to get a couple more things.
Well, I was already coming around to this. He's gonna grab the canister. Is there any obvious, like, oh, here's how you turn on the vacuum to suck shit into this kind of thing on this? Can I ghost bust with this, or is this thing useless now?
Give me a magic device check to see if you can very quickly try to understand what the hell this thing
The best time to
does.
learn how to use new technology is when you're under a lot of pressure.
When you're trying to disarm a ghost bomb. Can I make Arcana?
I think you were told what you have to do.
I think I was.
I think it's gonna have to be magic device.
Okay, well, I don't actually have that as a skill.
Bummer.
So he looks at every side of this thing. Ah, fuck. All right. I think then instead she's just going to bound over the desk around the room and barrel through the doors in a hit the deck motion.
Okay, so from Amaranth's perspective, a new heat signature that is enormous barrels towards her, and she's horrified. Let's see here. What would she try to fling at that? No, she wouldn't flame snake again. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, she would. Okay. Can I get a will save from you against Amaranth? Because again, it's suddenly this huge heat signature launching them, and she doesn't know that you can do this. She's never seen this once from you.
All right, here's the baseline for will save here.
Funniest thing to fail against.
Okay. So, she uses telekinesis.
No. Oh no, you're going back in there.
She grabs you with it. If you want to try and like say or do anything before she just hurls you back into the room.
That's me!
Okay. So what happens then is she does let loose, but like, and like kind of whiffs it. So instead your shoulder clips the wall. You like kind of go out a little bit, but you're able to dig your claws into the wall and pull yourself back in. And luckily, because of the way the doors would be pushed in, when this ghost detonates, you will have full cover.
Hooray!
And you've also got that elemental resistance, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Give me a no, this would be fortitude. This is fortitude. This is fortitude.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fortitude because that's how cold do, because cold is the worst. Okay, so then what'll happen is then half of this. Actually a pretty bad roll.
Wow.
So 18 damage, and then whatever your resistances are.
The resistance is for 20, so that should protect me, and I don't know if this is hitting Amaranth also or not, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna have Amaranth make a little
helper at least.
And she also has a bit of cover as well. Okay, so she does have that cold resist on, and she still takes a bit, but not nearly as bad as that could have been. And Amaranth is kind of like scrambling up the stairs, and she's still holding her cane. But what? Why? That shape doesn't make sense.
No, I know. Well, I'll have a story for you in a bit, but first, Dia's gonna. So it exploded, yeah.
Yes.
As far as we can tell.
The entire room is flash frozen. I'm actually gonna change the music a little bit. You kind of like poke your head back in, and you can see that like where it detonated, like the table was thrown but then frozen in mid-air. Some of the crates were actually shattered but then froze in mid, like blasting apart. It's exceedingly colder in there now, but it's quiet again.
Gonna squint through the mist. Is the canister still not glowing? Or has it resumed glowing?
The canister is not glowing.
Okay. Okay, I think that was the one. but it's probably not a good idea to take a leisurely stroll through there again. So I'm just gonna go back in and grab a few things, and we'll call it a day. Does that sound amenable?
Yeah, that sounds good. And you see Humphrey is like up in Amaranth's face, like giving little kisses.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry, it just
Okay.
the temperature had a huge drop, and it's just nothing for me.
Okay. I'll call if I need you, but otherwise you take a little break there. She's gonna slip through the door and shut the door behind her in case anything else fucking explodes. And then just do a quick lap around the room and pick up anything else she didn't manage to throw out before that is not destroyed after that.
Yeah. So you look around and you find more of her just kind of like general and personal notes, some of which talking about her time at the academy and what she's learned when it comes to from her own personal studies of necromancy, as that wasn't heavily studied at the time, as well as her cooperation with Des and trying to figure out, like, what do we do with souls? Like, there's got to be a way, because now it's becoming pretty clear that a part of their studies was like, how do we elongate life without toying with the cycle too much? And it looks like at a certain point they just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to take notes. We're going to take glowy triangle if we didn't already. Take whatever alchemical supplies we can. And I think the only other thing is, I think just going to briefly, while we're back over here, just get up on this desk and just kind of tug at these wires a little, maybe see if we can scrape aside some of the plaster on the ceiling and just try and see if we can confirm what these were connected to that they were presumably using as a power source.
Yeah, so you're able to tug on them. This could be knowledge engineering or knowledge arcana because it's magitech, so it'll be different information for both.
I'll try a little arcana. A little Batman Arcana Asylum.
Oh.
I guess I add two to this for heroism.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it doesn't take you long to realize, like, okay, this is exceedingly similar to, for example, in the enchantment study, they have an enchanting device that's lets most people be able to enchant objects fairly easily, or to the transmuter that's in the transmutation study. This looks like it's connected to an evocation device that is meant to help elevate electrical evocation spells. So, if anything, it's the closest thing to like siphoning gas out of a car, but instead it's just you're just grabbing
stealing cable.
Yeah. And so what you also have to assume with that high of a roll is probably beneficial to the Veritas twins, or not twins, siblings. They must have kept losing power, so kept juicing it up more and more, and so Des kept taking more and more to power up this device. So now the electrical evocation device upstairs is bonkers overpowered for no good reason.
That's probably not OSHA compliant.
Well, it's been 400 years, so they've probably tuned it a little bit, but it's got a little more juice than it should.
And just only one last point to settle here. From all the notes for everything that the context in this room, is there any indication? So the device that was here was their soul extracting device without hurting patient. There's no indication of why it is not here and where it might have gone.
If you had to guess, based on the fact that the last memory upstairs was Des leaving with Parthena, you get the feeling they came back here one last time after they became vampires and were like, grab the most important shit, we gotta go. We can't be in Leviara anymore. It's just not feasible for us because we could only be at this academy at night.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. And honestly, it worked well before. Instead of taking all the time writing this shit down, Dia's just gonna wheel the blackboard out with her when she leaves.
Yeah,
it went so well before because you weren't the one who had to move the damn thing.
Yeah, put it and move it over the ice. That'll be great.
Look, I got 15 pounds worth of mage hand. It's a blackboard. How heavy can it be?
It's not that it's heavy, D. It's that it's awkward.
Okay, Dia, pivot.
Pivot to me. To me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Left. Okay, no, sorry. You're left. Left, like, from facing you like, okay.
You hear Addis
Make an L with I can't!
Here, she makes an L with her hands.
Thank you. Ah, that way!
just goes back.
Squeaky. Ah, moving. Never gets old.
Right. Are you okay?
Yeah, actually. It doesn't seem like there was another one of those things. Okay, hang on. She's gonna go ahead and shut the doors. Well, don't think we need anything else from there anytime soon.
Good.
I'm not gonna make you help me move this pile of junk. I'll collect this as I go.
No. I can grab some things. She kind of like puts the cane to the side and grabs like a box.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they came back to ransack this place once before they left originally. But there must still be something of value among all of this if she was making plans to come back and raid it again.
Possibly. Well, it's worth digging through. And you guys head back upstairs with it. All right.
All right, well, sorry to have the first hour of the session just be me.
Yeah,
By all means, go do
Dia's
things with other
awful
people the rest
silly
of the time.
Where would we want to jump to now? We can, cause let's see here. I believe one of the things was that Nash was going to the front gate.
Yeah, I mean, Deletta wants to go to the front gate, talk to Payne, bodyguard duty. So I'm with her.
Is anyone else interested in attending that?
It'd be awesome if I wasn't the only party member at that social interaction.
Yeah, no, Maze was trying to find an opportunity to be able to talk to his girlfriend, and you're like, no, business is still happening. It's like, fine, alright,
I mean,
fine.
if you want, what could happen then is like, because Redpath, were you interested in going up there? Because that is also where there was the assumption that revenants were being taken to.
Yeah, that's the important.
Yeah, no, we are probably just going to go there.
So-
but it is funny if Maze doesn't get to do the things that he wants to.
Right, but I'm saying what the option then is that Maze can be like, well, we don't need to all be there at the same time. All right, I was gonna say because like
It's a strategically poor idea to have Redpath go and try and be the mediator with Payne.
I mean, Deletta is also there, but like,
I'm the one with the rapport. It's okay.
all right, so I'm gonna remove a couple of these guys. Move this here. Do you bring Rosa or?
Does Rosa want to come? I bet
Rosa-
she doesn't.
Rosa's like, tell you what, I'll go with you because you clearly want to talk about something, but I'm gonna hang back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't mean to like, throw you to the wolves or anything, but I feel like that's probably the
No, by all means, a little being left out to dry on this one's completely understandable.
She nods and walks.
She'll just be at one street over, listening for explosions.
Yeah.
So wait, should we move the other people to where they're supposed to be? Because I'm pretty sure Andrin was going to the theater.
Yes, I'll move them. I haven't moved them yet, but I have them like actually on the maps they need to be. Let's see here. And then I will ping. And I'll ping one more time just to be sure. So true to their word, they were able to get a little extra security for you guys as you made your way with 4 Blue Jays and at least 1 Fire Giant. And there are some Blue Jays already here, having a bit of conversation. Actually, no, Yeniskov is not here, actually.
Where's Yeniskov?
Don't worry about it.
You don't get to know.
But yeah, no. So you guys come on up here, and Deletta and Pride walk on up, and Pride very clearly is like, "Can you stand aside? We need to have a conversation with Conqueror Pain." And the Blue Jay very quickly steps aside and salutes, and these keepers like, "Oh, sure," and they move on ahead, and then split off to the side.
Those guys jump into the bushes.
Right this way. You see that Pain is having a conversation, and like you can physically see that she hears the footsteps and also the little bit of conversation. Her like shoulders sloop down and like sighs and then spins around, but instead of having a customer service smile, just goes, "Greetings again," like clearly annoyed.
Yeah, we're not thrilled to be doing this already either.
Rosa scurries behind a bush.
Yeah, no, Rosa just bucks off.
Good job, Rosa.
Matt just turns back to look at her like an eyebrow cocked, like,
She's just like, you don't, like, you, it's a whole thing. You should know by now. It's not a good idea for me to be up there. Like,
Red Path internally, this woman thinks that I'm dead. Let's see if she recognizes me.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't occurred to her yet. She already saw him and didn't say anything.
I mean, she's been in the heat of battle for a bit now. Deletta steps up. Conqueror Pain, I wanted to...
Nash kind of comes up to be the hashtag mirror and pride of over here, guard duty.
Actually, you step up, and this Elder Sign's like, "Oh shit!" Like fully processing how big you are. It's like, "Fuck me."
Nash usually like hunches over a little bit, just like naturally. But right now he's like, you know what? I'll stand like Pride. Pride is a guard man who is respected. He's like mirroring how Pride stands, which is like at his full height, kind of fucking scary.
Yeah, no, he's a big guy. Yeah, all the other keepers kind of look over and is like, Jesus. But Pain, like, very quickly looks over at you and, like, clearly is about to have a comment. And Deletta puts her finger up. No, no, no. Don't you dare say a word about my boy here. Not a word. He's a hero. Understand? Different words, but fine. So be it. What do you want? And Deletta kind of steps up and kind of puffs her chest out a bit like her boy's trying to be tough. I appreciate what you and your keepers have done here, but I do think it is about time for you to leave. Pain, like, her eyes kind of drift between all of you. Locks on Red Path.
Just standing there. Just glancing over. Is she charging her beam?
Did Will die?
I think Will died.
Bad timing. She's just really staring.
Pain gets so mad her head explodes.
Well, Will is muted in Discord, so I'm assuming...
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi. Hopefully that's fine now. I don't know why that happened.
Mic explosion.
Yeah, I muted myself because I have to unplug it and replug it, and it makes that big bang noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
she turns over to you, Red Path, and goes, "You seem familiar."
I've been told as such.
That's it. Just going to be cute.
What? I've been around places. Travel. Hello. Motions to his hat.
She studies Red Path, sees Maze, and then clocks Nash.
Yeah. He's just keeping a straight face about this whole thing. Like, I can see her putting together the dots, but who fucking cares?
Got
Yeah,
something on
What's
your
she gonna do?
At this point, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, no. Got something on your mind, Conqueror Pain?
I do. I have a suspicion. Yet unfortunately, I really can't act on it right now, can I? Or I suppose I could. Though I feel my reputation would plummet even further despite the justice I would deliver.
If that's what you'd like to call it, sure.
Yeah. Pride, like, actually steps up beside you, Mace. Yeah. A lot of hot air. Pain, like, locks in. But yes, I was hoping to keep my keepers here a bit longer to ensure safety isn't the right word, because let's be real, you wouldn't trust that analysis anyways. I was hoping they might be able to provide more healing, as they are paladins, though perhaps you would like to tackle that on your own.
Normally...
We are capable of it. It might take us a little bit longer, but it is something that we could do, yes.
Normally I'd have... No, go on.
Is there a particular reason why you want your own keepers to be the one administering it?
Because it would make it faster, and there are probably plenty of injured people you haven't tracked down yet who could use all the help they could get. Lower the number of casualties.
Can I sense motive that?
Absolutely. Wow, okay. Studying that? That's kind of it. Like, you get the hint that there was an alternative, but not anymore.
Yes,
and it's not because you walked up. Like, it's clear that something has happened before you got here where she goes, nope, don't need to, but it'd be good to help.
Uh-huh. And normally I'm sure none of us would have any qualms about it, though some new concerns have recently bubbled to the surface. I don't suppose it was on your order that they started collecting some parts of revenants.
It was on my orders, and you have the order incorrect. It wasn't parts, I wanted a whole one. Though the limbs can be problematic, so they are to be taken away. And it's at that point you can hear, like, squirming in the cart behind you, and you see this keeper, like, actually climb inside, and you hear a sickening and walks out with a bloody mace that then the blood starts to drip away.
That's a bit macabre, don't you think?
I need to study this enemy. If it's any consultation to you, I will provide whatever information I learn to you, so that you may better defend yourselves in case something like this were to happen again, and you are not so fortunate for us to be present.
You know what? Yeah, I know! Mace snarks like that, too!
Payne looks, do you genuinely think this would have gone better without us?
No, I just... It's a pretty bold statement from an order of paladins who weren't able to sniff out an army of zombies under their own nose.
She turns away. Consider this payment, then. You want me to leave early with all of my helpers, all my keepers? Then I get the corpses. Yeah.
Is there any way that we could verify that each of the corpses that you'll be collecting are confirmably your own?
She turns. They're ones from the Legion. I see no sense in lying to you. I'll be as honest as I can be. And Pride picks up. So, what exactly are you hoping to learn from these legionnaires, as it is? Payne looks to her two keepers and gives a little signal for them to just, like, walk away for a moment. And they actually, like, go over to assist with whatever's happening inside this carriage.
It's like, yeah, no, this one keeps wiggling. They're just all hitting it with sticks.
Yeah. Oh, like, honestly, it is kind of that energy. It's pretty gruesome. She turns. I need to study how they function. I believe it was even some of you had mentioned before that these are indeed revenants, and based on the way that they're functioning, no matter how many times we put them down, they stay up. Well, gestures besides the circles that were placed. I need to understand how these creatures can ignore instinct and desire and be completely obedient.
Not
Looks
sure.
over at Maze.
Not sure how much of that you'll learn from poking at their corpses.
Not here, and certainly not with my specialties. I'm more of a frontliner warrior, studying the anatomy of these creatures and what's happened to them will be done with my scientists and doctors back in Errol.
Honest question, how familiar are they with this sort of thing?
She thinks.
Because haunts and poltergeists and zombies, that's one thing, but revenants is... And more specifically, revenants that have been tampered with to deny their baser urges, that's very much something that I'm not entirely confident that you should be confident in having in the capital.
Kind of tilts her head a bit. And why is that?
Well, just imagine, if any of your guards slip up and one of these gets out in some manner.
It won't.
Okay.
You can't.
Would you like to see the measures we have taken for this? And she like stomps away and she reaches in, grabs something and throws it on the ground, and you see it is a Legionnaire, but all of the limbs have been cut off and they have been like, the limbs where the stumps are have been sealed with steel. Is this sufficient enough?
I mean, I suppose that's sufficient for what you're aiming for, but if you would like to study a revenant under functioning, like, levels, then this isn't exactly it. Honestly, I'm just worried for the population at large, thinking about...
He's legitimately there, like, worried, like, what if one of these fucking things gets out in the capital? Like, can you imagine what she's going to have to do to keep that shit quiet?
Yeah.
I'm just worried that you're not thinking ahead, really, in the long term, because as sturdy as these implements are to keep this one safe, you have been fooled before, have you not? In the places you thought you were the most secure.
She steps pointedly on the body, crushing the rib cage, and marches back. These keepers grab the body and throw it back into the carriage. There have been mistakes in the past, and I will not let them repeat. The moment she points back at the carriage, it shows any sign of breaking free, I will put it down permanently. She gestures back to the circle. We have the means to resist them. We have the means to put them down permanently, more efficiently. And with Yenneska's help, we will put them around the entirety of Errol.
And where might he be?
He is attending personal business. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Puts his hands on his hips, starts thinking.
This might take me a while.
I think you've settled most of this matter. I still think it's a poor idea, but I understand your motives. Just be wary of who you allow near them.
I plan to supervise as often as possible.
Then there shouldn't be any problems.
No, there shouldn't. She turns back. I need to understand how they work. Yeah. Pride kind of like leans back a bit. I don't like this.
I don't either. But if the Paladin Order wants to learn how to fight the zombies, there's not really a good reason to stop them, is there?
Deletta, once... Oh, yeah.
Just, if you can think of one, feel free to cut in.
No, I feel like we pissed her off enough. I don't need her making a rash decision. especially considering what company we're in. And you notice he, like, looks over to Deletta, who is made of paper.
Right. I don't think anybody wants that now.
At this point, Deletta steps up. Fine. Take them, but will you agree to take your men and leave? And do not come back here until you have learned some manners. Payne turns.
Maze,
Might I remind...
Maze
Oh, yeah?
glances back at these women, whispers to Pride, I don't think she got the memo. We don't want to piss her off anymore.
I am aware. Thank you, Maze Myers. Through his teeth. Payne looks back. Portmaster. Ignoring the immediate company, are you aware of how many monsters are in your city currently? And she just crosses her arms and goes, I don't know. How many keepers do you have? Stands up straight. Fine. I'm giving the order now then. Keepers, fall back. Anyone you're helping right now, leave them immediately. It's on the Portmaster's order. Make that abundantly clear. She spins back. You are free to go. And she just walks away, having no interest in talking to you people.
We're not gonna leave until she's... We're not gonna go because she said to fucking go.
Yeah, no, we're gonna stand here and supervise.
Redpath turns to this keeper here, and you're proud to work for that.
Shrugs. Good pay.
Soulless.
You see Deletta, once she, like, fully, like, Payne walks away, she, like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I just so heckin' mad.
That was awfully gutsy of you.
I didn't like that.
I did. I think you'll make a good leader yet.
That's great.
If you can stand strong in front of her, you can stand strong in front of any Leviara person.
She thinks about that. Pride nods. That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah. I mean, that's the worst it's gonna get.
Yeah, what's gonna happen? You're gonna find some doily pusher who's scarier than Conqueror Payne? I don't think so.
You're right. Thank you. She looks up at Nash and just, like, pats his arm. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Excuse you, doily pushing is the cornerstone of our economy and a cherished Leviara tradition.
It's a part of our culture.
Look, doily pushing is a perfectly respectable business. I'm just saying it's not very threatening.
Right, well...
I smile, or Nash smiles. Maze can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Maze, you should smile more. You'd look cute.
I'm smiling right now, can't you tell?
Okay. Yeah, Pride looks back. While I agree that it would be wise to keep an eye on them to ensure they aren't bringing any more out of the city, I don't want Portmaster Deletta here anymore.
Completely understandable.
So, I'm more than willing to stay behind and keep an eye. I'll also order some more guards to pop on up here, but if you have other things to attend to, which I can almost guarantee you must, considering everything that's happened,
There's
leave
always,
this to me.
Always a lot to do.
Yes.
Thank you, Pride.
It occurs to me that... Just a moment, it occurs to me that, excuse me, can you please scoot? You're, like, all up in my space here, and I don't, like... No, not you, Pride. Oh my gosh, no, this man.
Alright, I get paid enough.
Yeah, we know.
The money guy over here. He doesn't even know how much freelance and adventurers do in Leviara. We got paid a shit ton.
It's true. We could
Those
retire.
Verdus swords? Those Verdus swords? Hello? Or is it plus something trident?
He doesn't know
Like,
about the
Trident.
fairness sword loop.
Yeah. So, it occurs to me that whatever personal business that Yeneskov has to attend to shouldn't overweigh the rule of him having to be kicked out of the city, yes?
No, absolutely. He needs to be removed. If anything, he's probably gotten the message from Payne, and I highly doubt he'd make her wait.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I wouldn't be so sure either. I think somebody should go find that little rat.
Easier said than done.
You see Pride put up a finger to his earpiece. Attention all Blue Jays. Do you have an eye on Yanishkov? He's an elf gentleman, always smoking, has a cane. If you find him, let me know immediately. Do not engage.
Don't talk to him.
Yeah, he's just like, for whatever reason, it's a good thing, but a lot of the Blue Jays have gotten a little bravado from this encounter. You guys think back to that one cool one who's like, for Leviara, and they got fucking iced immediately.
That guy.
Heightened morale, eh? I guess they're eager to prove themselves all of a sudden.
Well, there's competition now, and they have seen the true danger the city can face. I mean, to be fair, he like gestures. This was a lot more than any of us would have anticipated, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a bit shit, as it were. So, but we have persevered. We'll be licking our wounds for a while.
Okay, oh, also, tell any Blue Jays who are helping to, assist the injured, if they notice any of the keepers who, just walk off and drop whoever they're helping, as per Payne's orders, you can instruct them to bring the injured to the theater. That seems to be the general hospital that we'll be going to now.
On it. And he gives the order for all Blue Jays to do that.
Your professionalism is as appreciated as always, Pride.
Yeah, sorry it took this long for us to be on the same page, but I think it's working out.
Swimmingly.
Oh.
Yes.
He stops and looks over at Pride.
I don't suppose you're going to be happy to see your father, are you?
Fuck. Yeah.
He puts a hand on his shoulder and tightens, shakes it a bit.
I wish...
He just thinks about his own dad for a second.
No, I got nothing.
At least you're honest. I mean, I think that's another reason I'll be staying here for a bit. I don't feel like engaging with my father quite yet.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm sure he's busy looking for Mom.
Probably. I'd like to say that if I see him, I'll send him off your trail, but I don't think we're good enough friends for me to talk to him in your place either.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm lucky enough.
Well, I suppose we should head out then.
Where are we heading off to? And Deletta, wraps an arm around Nash.
Well, it might be wise for the portmaster to assess the damages.
Yes.
I need to go check on Bernice.
Oh, yeah. You should do that.
Yeah, I have an idea of something we can do for her in the meantime until we get things figured out. But,
he looks over at Pride.
Brutus didn't make it.
You see his face kind of go pale. Oh no, the poor girl must be in shambles.
Yeah, we've got her as distracted as she can be. She's looking after the doctor that we tolerate and, some others, but,
Yeah. You see when it's brought up that Brutus has died, that Deletta is crying. She didn't know the man very well, but, he was still a well-known and loved figure in the city.
Figure,
Yeah.
I didn't see it happen myself, but I'm sure he died a hero.
He just nods.
And Nash nods. He looks a little like shit. Could I have done something about flashbacks of back in Sweetstone of another father figure type guy he also did not save in front of him, and he's like, fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not gonna, he's just bummed.
Right, well, you're right. I do need to go check on the city.
I can escort you around, and Yeah.
I'd appreciate that. And she looks up at you, smiling.
Yeah, it seems a wise call. The damages need to be assessed, and the people of Leviara need to see the Portmaster right now.
I completely agree. And Pride nods as well. Right.
It will be rough, but probably go to theater too, where injured are.
I agree. Absolutely. She looks over at Pride. I've got everything under control here. She nods. All right. You guys will excuse me. I'll get out of your way.
Jingle, jangle, jingle.
I believe Rose is still hiding behind that bush if you're still looking to talk with her.
Hi. You see a hand poke up?
Was that the best you could think of, dug in a bush?
Fuck off. The fire giant looks over. Yeah, it's a bit shit spot. All these guards walk out.
You're lucky I didn't fall for your improv skills.
I don't know why you would. That's a weird thing to be enticed by.
He just gives Maze a look of like, when he walks past.
I didn't get the opportunity to properly ask. All the commotion and all. You're doing all right, right?
I mean, I'm fine. I missed a good portion of the battle. I don't know what. I heard this noise and then I was just out. And I woke up in a building with my sister. What about you? I can't see your face, but I'm sure it's pretty busted up at this point. Like,
yeah, the mask
you're
is
not
staying on right now.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just, your cloak is not as white as usual. It's a bit red.
I got brutalized pretty good, I won't lie.
She kind of examines you a couple times. I can't do much for you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Most people can't.
Oh, that's such a bummer thing to say.
That's true. Most holy types don't really know what to do with me. Redpath is the odd exception.
Well, I'm sure we've got some people that can help you.
I'm sure. But, I'm glad you didn't get busted up like this.
I mean, yeah, me too. I just wish this hadn't gotten you so bad. I apologize that we were separated during the fight.
It's alright. You had your job to do. And you did it pretty well by the sounds of it.
Oh, yes, the whole time I was unconscious. Yeah, no, I nailed it. I was really, really crushing it back there.
Nobody's
But
perfect.
I appreciate that. What can I do for you? Like, you lead the way.
Huh.
Just want to sit?
Yes.
Okay, let's find a good place to sit, yeah?
Yeah. Let's pick a better spot than the bushes.
And she holds the gate open for you and is like, huh? And she gestures. There's a couple of benches. They're not like stellar or anything, but unless, of course, you don't want to be too near pain, I wouldn't blame you.
No, I'm not particularly bothered by it. She's really not that bad once you get past how much of a bitch she is.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I had to be under her thumb for a long, long time. So.
Maze just sits and slumps for a while. This is all he wanted.
She like is about to lean on you and is like, that might hurt him, and she just like kind of wraps an arm around you and like make sure that you get into a like comfortable position and just can take a load off for a while.
Maze sees that she wraps an arm around him. Cute.
I'll let go.
I like it. It's alright.
All right. And she just like pats you a couple of times. Looks like she's still like getting used to the like physical contact side of things.
Maze is too. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a little robotic, and but mostly for her, it's the fact that like her body temperature is ridiculously low. So most people are like, like, because it's like being touched by an ice pack.
But my body temperature is ridiculously low. It works out!
Whoa!
Well, it's alright. The most rave review Rosa Hairsip has ever received.
That's glowing for her. Fucking 3 stars, she'll take it. Alright. Back to our Leviara backdrop. So... Oh, you're not a gargoyle right now. You're
a girl-goyle.
You're a girl-goyle. And you're up here with Amaranth, who's probably going to leave pretty soon. Nash is... he's
Yes,
with
put Nash on the
Loretta.
safe and nice beach. Nash deserves it.
You deserve the safe and nice
They're
beach.
going to the safe and nice beach. Don't worry, I can help her assess the damages with my architectural skills.
It's true.
This is true. God, there's so many fucking people at the theater.
Yep.
Actually, Matthias is not there. They don't want to be anywhere near that bullshit
This
right
is
now.
Fucked up.
They reached critically low morale and had to retreat.
You two are at the entrance over there. Okay. Red Path. Where were you wandering off to? I don't know. Oh, I don't think Oz is.
Mute Gang. Epic.
Mute Gang. Oh, BRB. Okay.
No, I'm back. I just got back.
Okay. Where was Red Path gonna wander off to?
He was going to get Ambernice, and then he's going to bring her to see Duchess and check on how Duchess and Fez are doing.
Of course, we can make Brutus into a revenant.
Yeah, Aaron,
No,
you got
no,
it.
no,
you fucking
no.
Great
got it.
idea.
No,
Great
no.
idea.
Don't let Embernice know.
It'll be fine.
Emery, look, Brutus is okay.
He comes back with blue fire. Huh? He looks
Got you
different.
a new one.
He's
We found-
Blutus.
We found his palette swap from later in the game.
Let's see here. Back in the inside city. Yeah. So it's not too hard for you to figure out where Embernice is. Let me move you.
I was gonna say, did Blackthorn fuck off?
No, Blackthorn and Marjorie have been sticking together, but giving Embernice space because, like,
Yeah.
they don't super know this woman.
They don't know her. Yeah.
And they don't really know what to do. You come up and you just see Embernice just on her knees, just staring at the body. Just still just like kind of processing.
He's gonna walk up and he's gonna sit down next to her. Just crisscross applesauce.
She, like, very slowly turns her head. Hi, Red Path.
Hi. You don't need to talk if you don't want to.
It feels rude not to at least say hi. And she gives you a little wave. I don't know what to do now.
Well, I do, a little bit. I have somebody who, we could go talk to. And she might be able to give you some ideas of what we could do for Brutus moving forward. I'm personally not very familiar with any sort of customs that you guys might have for what comes after, like if you have any sort of cultural things or family things, so I'm sure we could figure that out, but I think you'd like talking to her. She always makes me feel better when I'm having a rough time.
Well, I feel bad that I'm gonna meet someone important to you that at my kind of lowest. But
That's okay. That means every other time you see her, you'll just get better.
bomb the first
It's
meeting
okay.
so
It's
that
okay. He's just gonna pat her on the shoulder like it's okay.
okay.
He's gonna
Or
jump
as
to
close
pat
as
her
he
on the
can
shoulder.
get. Yeah, no, he's gonna, I guess, pat her on the hip. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's like even when she's on her knees, like you gotta hop up a bit to like get her shoulder.
He will reach into his bag and he will take out a kitchen towel and give it to her as a hanky.
Thank you. She blows her nose, and it's loud. It's awful. And
It
she
echoes
like
through the cams.
and she like very sheepishly looks over. I don't think you want this.
No, it's okay. And if it burns up, I have a second one.
That's good because it's already smoldering. And you see like the edges are covered in like little embers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it'll be okay to leave him here for another little bit. There's...
You see she tenses. What if something happens?
He just kind of looks around.
Marjorie steps up. We'll stay with the body. I promise you I won't let anyone near him until you return. Blackthorn nods. It's the least we can do. And Bernice, like, slowly gets up to her feet and wipes her nose once again. Okay. Okay. And she looks down at you, Redpath, and she forces a big smile. Lead the way.
You don't need to force that.
Okay.
He just nods very sadly. Does she seem the type who wants her hand held, or is that a little patronizing?
You don't need to roll a sense motive. Embernice would find that extremely comforting because not many people can.
I see, yes. He will hold out his hand then, as best he can.
You see there's like a moment of hesitation, and then she very delicately, like she's basically holding your hand with her thumb and finger, and she looks down at you, even though she's still crying a bit. And when fire giants cry, it's more like this kind of sooty, kind of like muddy water. She still has this very big smile. Thanks.
You got it. Okay, might be a little bit of a trek. It's uphill, so...
I could carry you.
No, gosh, no.
Okay.
Maybe some other time, but not now.
Okay. Yeah, Amaranth says the same thing. It's just faster sometimes.
Oh, trust me, I'm probably faster than you.
I don't know about that. She like looks down at her legs and sticks them out, which are like so much bigger than you.
I don't know if she needs that distraction to that degree right now.
Oh, I'm just like blasting off.
Yeah. Like, as funny as that would be, I feel like she's gonna be like, the whole time, so... But yeah, he will bring her to the hotel.
Okay. Let me grab you two. And then I will ping. Luckily, the ceiling is high enough that Embernice is able to scoot through. But as you guys walked back here, you got to see a bit more of the city, like parts that you hadn't actually gotten to see, Redpath. It's pretty bad. Luckily, there are multiple mages spread out, kind of taking care of this weird green flame. They're having some success. It's taking them a lot more time than they expected.
Yeah. He is going to give advice to any people he sees doing that, and give them directions to how to deal with that, and then also give them the message of like, bring wounded people to the theater.
Excellent.
But he's going to go out of his way to like tell people like what the method is for dealing with the chemical fire.
Perfect. That alone, like that information spreads out very, very quickly. Like you talk to Caldesso, and he's immediately like, "Thank you," and he like gets on his own comms and like, "Hey, this is what we're doing now. Try it." And he immediately gets results back, and he turns like, "Thank you so much," and like he sprints off to go help more people. You come into the hotel and you see Fez and Duchess just looking at all these skeletons, and Fez is like, "So, what do you do with them now?" "It's been a long time since I've had to, like, resurrect skeletons. Normally, I just keep them around for a while, but I feel like that's in poor taste. So I'm probably gonna just disperse them, but, like, maybe not in the lobby? I don't know quite yet." And she spins around. "Oh, hello!" And she snaps her fingers and makes them all instantly disperse.
Hi, is everything okay here? Oh wow.
Well, it's certainly better now. Fez comes around the other side, and Duchess, with her cane, she moves as quickly as she can. She walks up, and she immediately, like, looks you over. "Okay, you
He
seem..."
does the same to her and Fez.
"Oh, we're fine. We were very fortunate because we were in the building. They didn't press too hard to get inside. I can't say much about the outside of this building with the fire and whatnot, but that seems to have passed for the most part. Are you all right?" And she, like, fully, like, examines you.
I'm okay. I'm fairly... I don't have too much healing capability left, but I think that should be fine for the most part.
You do notice that she takes your hand very gently, and she, like, leans in. "I mean, emotionally, are you..." And she, like, kind of pats your hand a couple times. Like, "Are you okay in that regard?"
Oh, I don't know yet.
All right. I don't know if there's anything I can assist with you in that regard, but I want to help however I can, because I know that sort of stuff is scary.
I do have somebody who you probably can help while I figure myself out.
Sure.
Have they met before? I'm trying to think.
I don't think so. So, like, she turns like, "Oh, wow, hello. It's nice to meet you. Embernice, it's very nice." And she uses her reach ability to shake her hands from 10 feet away.
This is,
I mean, what's it for otherwise?
Yeah.
This is Amaranth's right-hand gal.
Oh, yes, of course. I think I have been hearing your name around town occasionally.
Yeah, Embernice Magmal. It's very nice to meet you, ma'am.
Right. Redpath, you said I could help in some regard. I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, okay. Embernice, if you want to go, is there any seats for Embernice here? Jesus Christ.
Not many fire giants.
She will sit on the
floor. You could use this ledge as a seat, I think, honestly.
The ledge?
Yeah, the ledge over by the piano.
Oh, sure, yeah. For the sake of time, I will just teleport people over here.
Yeah.
I'll bring you a drink or something. What do you want to drink? Do you want anything?
Is that towards Embernice?
Yes.
It might be kind of expensive because I need a lot, but just juice.
Girl, I got you. Okay.
Big juice, big juice.
Extra very big sized juice. Let's go.
Duchess, would you like to follow me to the kitchen? I'll tell you what's been happening.
Sure, Fez, if you wouldn't mind. Sure. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Oh my, look at you. You are just the physique.
Oh, this is Dia's girl. You guys are gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, that immediately makes sense. I understand. Look at your arms. You're incredible. Like examining.
Yeah, immediately doing a Dia thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll go to the kitchen. Oh god, this frog chef. God bless. God bless. You will go to
Dude,
the
he's
kitchen
staying
with
here.
that
He's on the
Duchess.
hours even during the siege on Leviara.
No, you see him like poke his head out from under the table. Ah, is it good now?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm here to pilfer is as much juice as you can.
Yeah, sure, go for it. I don't give a shit.
It should be good. Probably just, don't go outside just yet if you're squeamish about blood or anything. Don't touch any green fire you see out there as well.
Oh, I'm gonna stay in here for at least another day. Like I'm
Okay.
good. I got food. Listen, I'm also just I'm a nervous cooker, so I'm just wrapping up some shit. So if you want something, great, but don't feel obligated.
Okay.
Right, Redpath, is this really the place to have this conversation? This seems a bit serious, and there is a giant frogman cooking cinnamon rolls.
The kitchen brings comfort. I don't know this is where I'm most comfortable.
So be it. We'll do it your way. She clicks her cane and leans on it a bit.
Yeah, so Embernice's only blood relative, her uncle Brutus, just died.
Ah.
It was not great. Happened right in front of me. She showed up a little ways after, and, yeah. She's not doing too good, as you could imagine. We had to leave him in the hollow because, well, he's a large man, so it's not like we could bring him with us.
And she'd be the only one to carry him, and that's cruel.
Yes, yeah. We currently have,
Does math in his brain.
Marjorie and her father looking after him. But, I don't really know what to do for her in this scenario. I don't know.
He just shrugs.
Well, how bad is the body?
It looks like whatever sort of messed up physiomancy that Maria hit him with, or
He finger quotes.
Maria. It was some sort of acidity thing. It seems like whatever bile he had in his body, or whatever his blood, the main part of his torso. It's not salvageable.
I'll be the judge of that. She kind of leans out the kitchen and looks at Embernice, who, like, you could see is, like, still being examined heavily by Fez, and, like, very clearly flattered, but is also just, like, doing her best to be distracted by this, and Duchess turns back. It's to my understanding that physiomancy cannot be altered by transmutation in any capacity. That being said, what about necromancy? Now, let me get ahead of this very quickly. I am not planning to resurrect the body in any capacity. That's cruel. Despite what you saw when you walked in, I understand the ramifications of doing so.
And at this point, it wouldn't really...
No. No, there's nothing I can do in that regard. However, I can at least restore the body. Remove the injuries, make it not nearly as bloodied or visceral.
Make the job easier for the coroner, I suppose.
I can make it look like he essentially passed in his sleep. I don't know if that's what she wants, but it is within my capabilities.
He thinks less about if that's what she would want and more like what would Brutus want, because like there are certain people who would be like, nah man, put me in the ground with all my rad scars, and like the worst problem is he doesn't really know what either of them would want. He doesn't know them very well.
Yeah, we don't know if Brutus is one of those just throw me in a hole and fill it with dirt types.
You can give me a sense motive check. Okay. So, some details that you recall about Brutus. He is a follower of Gorum, the god of war and fire.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he would be opposed to being buried with his current conditions. However, you know Brutus very well. Despite the god that he believes in, he is a gentle man. He is very kind and he is warm. And there is only one thing he is truly fighting for or caring for, and that is Embernice.
Mm-hmm.
He would not want to look so horrific. He would not want Embernice's last vision of him to be so haunting.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose he was generally a pretty prim and proper man. Like, I've never seen... Like, I didn't imagine you could... His mustache and his beard, they were so well trimmed even though they were fire, so I feel like he probably would like something like that. In terms of the actual, like, disposal of his body, I don't know if that's a customary thing, whether it's, like, burial or cremation, so you could ask her that after the fact, but I think, yeah, probably.
She nods. Redpath, why don't you leave this to me? I will accompany Embernice to the body. I will restore it, and I'll see what she wants to do after that, because I'm in the same boat as you. I have no idea what the burial customs are for fire giants. So.
The whole time in the back of his head, he's just thinking about when him and Garen had to bring Yurik's body into the morgue.
Yeah. It's an awful experience.
It's the same song, just a different singer.
She leans in. If there's any way that you could swing it, I think it would be wise to send a couple of fire giants to that location as well to carry the body.
Yes, certainly. Okay.
Unfortunately, she gestures to her, like, bone-thin arms. I am not exactly physically strong enough to do such a thing.
What? Really? No.
No, I'm definitely more of an emotional support kind of person. And even then, I do it more begrudgingly than anything. But for whatever reason, you people have cracked that shell pretty decently.
Oh, God. He looks at her, and for the first time, he goes... It's like, oh, fuck, that's me. Oh, that's weird for him. Oh, that's only ever happened one other time, and now he's looking at somebody who's been doing it the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I can stick around here because I do have other things to attend to. But
No,
on my way, on my way to that, if I see any fire giants, so I'll direct them to where to go, and they can help you out.
That would be deeply appreciated. And Redpath, I am very serious. And she, like, reaches out but then stops because she knows you don't like contact. Please take care of yourself as well. Yes, there are still many tasks to be done, but like you've come to me, please realize there are plenty of other people you can rely on. You need to take a moment for yourself. Please, not even just a moment, please. Take a day for yourself. Just collect your thoughts, breathe easier, spend some time with your father or alone or with friends. Whatever will help you. It's not right for me to do so, and I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I do worry about you sometimes.
It's like static. Like she's speaking, but all he's really hearing is, not to the comedic extent, but the Charlie Brown adult womp womp womp. It's like it doesn't translate to his ears. He's nodding, he's listening as best he can. But he doesn't know how to act on any of this, so...
Like he just doesn't believe her, or...
No, he does!
It's like, take a break? No.
Yeah, because
in
he's
this
literally
economy?
like... He's literally like... I don't know what to do to relax. Like that kind of thing. Like he's hearing her, he's listening, and he's trying to internalize it. But he doesn't know where to go from here, so...
That's all I wanted to say. I'm not trying to control your life or anything like that. And honestly, she kind of shrugs with her cane. You can do whatever the hell you want. But I just want you to remember you are also important, because for whatever reason, your little motley crew seems to forget that all of the time. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
You
God,
have
I wish I
nothing
could just
to.
stay in here and do his job.
No. like covers the oven. No.
Fine, I'll find my own kitchen. God.
I know you let those two guys come in here that one time.
I didn't know. I'm honest. I only knew about one of them being like that. I thought the other one would have more restraint.
It smelled like burnt eggs for a week.
I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm teaching him.
It was bold, right?
It was.
It was so bold. It was so bold.
Right.
Boldness has a time and a place.
Well, I don't want your new friend to be overwhelmed by Fez's excitement. As genuine and as kind as it is, it can still be a lot, so...
Oh, yeah, and she doesn't really know when to stop either, so I don't know
No.
how quickly it's gonna get weird. Hey, Fez!
Fez, on the steps, looks back. Yeah, hi!
Here, come get the big juice for our friend.
Oh, of course! And Fez, comes running up, and grabs, the big juice.
The big juice.
And you see Duchess with her cane kind of clicky-clack over. And you think for Embernice kind of like was zoning out a bit, and she hears the cane and looks up with like a big smile and then sees it's Duchess and kind of like deflates a little bit and is like, Hi. I'm not even going to try to know how you're feeling right now. But I have some magic that might be able to help a bit. And Bernice kind of sits up. It's not what has happened has happened. I'm very sorry about that, Bernice. There's nothing I can do about that.
Oh. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But I can restore the body and make him look like how you remember. And she looks down at Duchess.
You could really do that?
I can. It's very easy. It won't damage his body in any capacity. It will just make him look like how you know him.
I'd really appreciate that.
Okay. Why don't we go do that then? If you're available to do so now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do need to find some people soon. But I want to take care of him first. The Hairsifts. I know they were with us at the circle.
Yes, I had them. I can find out where they are, and I can send them over to you as soon as they can make their way over. I'm not quite sure when that is, but I will give the message to them, okay?
Okay. I hope this doesn't sound really selfish or mean, but can you delay that a little bit? I want to take care of my uncle first.
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't think I'm ready to see them.
That's fine. We'll make this quick. Come on. And Duchess starts to walk away.
Give her her juice, Fez.
It's so heavy. I have an 8 in strength. What do you want?
He stops for a second, like, oh, am I really that strong?
Bernice takes the what is essentially like a keg. Yeah, like I guess it'd be closer to a bucket. And for her, it's like a nice little mug, and she takes a couple of big sips.
Oh, it's good to get rehydrated. Thanks.
He's gonna let her chug the whole thing, and then he'll do create water into it. To give her, like, another one.
Thanks. Does this count as to go? I see it's got a handle, and she just, like, holds the bucket by the handle.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Who's gonna stop you, the chef?
No, my bucket! She fully stands up with her little drink, and she looks down at you. Thanks a lot, Red Path. It means a lot. I know it's really not your problem, but I would have been really lost without you, so thank you.
He's just nodding, and he like pats whatever part of like her, I guess it's like her forearm that he can reach. He just nods. He doesn't have anything to say at this point.
She gives a little bow, and then goes after Duchess, who is like waiting as patiently as Duchess does.
Mm-hmm. Red Path will eventually make his way outside, and God, what the fuck?
Yeah, what now?
I guess call up to Dia, cause she was with Amaranth last we saw.
You know,
well, you brought.
So like that works out. We can have a whole telephone because Maze was gonna after being miserable for a while dial up Dia.
Yeah, so what I'll do then is I'll go to the Leviara backdrop.
What do you mean miserable? You got to hang out with your girlfriend.
I'm bleeding.
Oh, all right, that's true.
For the sake of visuals.
We're in the sky. La,
I'll put you guys in the sky.
We're in the sky.
Yeah, Maze slumps up for a second. Check on Dia. Yo, Dia.
Yep. Yeah.
Did everything pan out okay over at the academy?
More or less. There was an ice ghost in a secret room.
Pardon?
Yeah, Red Path, you probably got pinged when Dia started getting hit.
Oh, yeah, no, I imagine he's literally on his way out the door when that starts happening, and he's like, okay, pick up the pace, alright? We're going, hello, Dia!
Don't worry, there was a ghost, but it exploded.
That doesn't alleviate the worry.
Did you also explode? Because it feels like it.
Only a little. Yeah, no, Amaranth and I went looking for Parthena's porn stash or whatever, and we found it. The thing she was, I assume, trying to get out of the academy while she was here, found a little study that her and Des used back in the day, and, you know, hashtag just Parthena things, there was a leftover ghost remnant that was hostile and creating environmental hazards, you know, like you do.
Huh. A secret study, huh? Where was it?
They built a little secret stairs down. It's kind of in between floors underneath some of the classrooms.
Oh, that's really out of the way. How'd you find that? Spoke to a ghost about a thing. Not the one that exploded, a different ghost. Pardon?
That academy have a lot of problems.
Yeah, no, you'd think we would have already found it all, but it's like every time, you know, you sweep and you dust, and then you get up the next day and there's still a spider somehow in the corner. Yeah, no, so, she'll go ahead and she'll recount all the events that occurred.
Yeah, you get to Des Veritas' ghost before you get interrupted, I think.
I think that's probably correct, yes.
What the fuck do you mean you talked to Des?
I mean...
And you just left him there?
Yes? Honestly, I'm surprised because I guess I'm surprised that that's what you latched onto. Were you just surprised that I made that choice, or was that supposed to be... were you chiding me there?
I don't know, maybe a little bit of both, but I'm also surprised he didn't try to stop you. Was he capable? I feel like...
Well, it seems like he can cast spells in that form, so yeah, I think there was a non-zero element of danger to that conversation, but I get the impression that he is currently, as of the past 30 years or so, imprisoned in an ironic ghost hell of his own making, called the, not of his own making literally, but like figuratively just dessert style.
Well,
Apparently
yeah,
there's
fucking
something called
join the club, buddy.
Yeah, no, so there's something called the Grave Hive, and that's a whole thing that I don't know if we're gonna have time to get into in this campaign, but boy, would that be cool. So yeah, no, we had a nice, very pleasant conversation, and then I sent him back to Super Hell for now, pending, I don't know, if someone wants to do something about that, they're welcome, but like, that can't be my main priority right now, you know?
You know what? I think that's what surprises me the most about it. Dia, that sounds like character growth to me. You from a month ago, you wouldn't have been able to say no. You would go, ooh, don't mind if I do. And I'm twiddling my fingers right now, yeah. I'm also walking. Where are you? I'm trying to meet up with you.
I was twiddling my fingers.
Well,
too.
Amaranth and I are pretty much done at the academy. I was gonna go back to the hotel.
No,
because...
no, it's empty there. Nothing's, well, Fez is there, but,
Well, that was the main... Fez is okay, right?
yes, her
And
and Duchess are
Duchess?
fine.
Okay,
I have Duchess tending to Emperor Niece and Brutus,
Right. Okay.
How's Doletta, Nash?
I'm walking with her right now. We are looking at damages around town. Going to go to theater after.
Has anybody seen Yeniskov since?
I keep an eye out, but haven't seen him yet.
He's not in the puddle I'm staring
Have
at.
you been able to smell him?
Actually, that's fair. He does smoke like a fucking chimney.
lot of other unrelated fire, but
That is true. That is true.
You're staring at a
Well,
puddle?
You and a hair stack.
What are you
I
doing
will
staring at a
keep-
puddle?
I'm just chilling, staring at a puddle.
You okay?
It hurts to be upright.
Oh, alright, that makes sense.
Maze, I'm coming to get you.
That'd be appreciated.
As you're sitting there, Rosa just leans in. Can you tell them I say hi?
Rosa says
And-
hi, everyone.
Hi, Rosa.
Dia said
Did they
hi, but the others
Oh,
didn't.
that's. I was really
That-
worried. You got quiet for a while. That's great to hear. Nash, you feel a tug on your arm. Can you tell them I say hi?
I, Rosa, no, Delito want to say hi.
Hello, Doletta.
Oh, hi,
Hello,
Deletta.
Deletta.
I hope Deletta's doing well after a very stressful day.
Her makeup is running.
Well, she better go catch it.
Whoa!
Hello,
So-
They all
Rosa.
said hi.
So are we at least like 90% confident that we're done with mortal danger for the immediate term?
God, I hope
We
so.
need to do, I think once we have, the dead and dying off of the streets, or as we're doing this, we need to find out if Parthena is still in the city.
I can't imagine she is.
I know, but we need at least some clue as to which direction she left, if she actually has gone to Melody Meadows, or if anybody, I don't know, found a blood trail or something.
I think we already got the best lead that we're gonna get on that matter. I think we just kind of have to assume at this point that she's run off to her other lab. And if she didn't do that, then I'm sure she'll crop up on her own, which isn't my favorite way to find her again, but...
For the record, I did ask Des, and he confirmed that the Melody Meadows lab is probably the closest one that exists to here. I mean, other than the Elysioti estate, potentially.
I'm sorry, the conversation moved past it, but to be clear, I was also in the same camp as Redpath on this one. I am both surprised that nothing bad happened to you, and you didn't allow the ghost to be bound to your soul or something.
Look,
Addis pats you on the back. You are being good.
I'm...
Getting
I
a lot of
guess,
chaff from the peanut gallery in this conversation.
Look,
It's how we de-stress.
I never understood particularly the the importance that many people placed on monogamy, but I feel like I'm starting to understand it now, you know?
What the fuck?
We don't have time to unpack that one.
What monogamy? Oh wait, you said not time. Okay, ask later.
Diletta just
Not a
looking up.
word in no
Look, I'm-
society.
I think I had probably better if people are still out there in need of help, I think I had probably better see what I can do, but I have to find Fez first.
Of course.
She's literally fine. I had her carrying a bucket
I
of
know,
juice
I
to a
believe
sad
you,
girl.
but I want her in front of me.
Okay.
It's important to me.
Yeah, not gonna get a guff on from me on that one. Go on, go talk to your girlfriend.
All right, well, you said they're not at the hotel anymore? We find somewhere to meet up?
Fez is.
Fez is? Oh, that's right, yeah, okay. Duchess was right, okay. All right.
I feel like at this point, Redpath is walking up the steps to the sad puddle bench with Maze and Rosa.
Well, that's bigger than a puddle.
It's a big
Yeah, it's a
puddle.
pond.
That's a pond.
Maze, did you tell them it was? I mean, I bet it was sitting here, but I kind of zoned out for a moment. Did you tell them this was a puddle?
Looks like a puddle to me.
Did you tell them I
It's
said
not.
hi?
Maze, it's just not.
I think my eyes are blurring.
Hmm.
Oh boy, what heal do I have for you, you sad little
Redpath
muppet?
marching up the stairs.
Gotta find.
Here
the
Oh, when
light.
I see that guy, I'm gonna heal him.
Rolls up sleeves. Why
Why
I
I oughta?
Why bonks you. Okay, we're gonna start with the moderate wounds.
I'm so glad I invested so much in having a ton of hit points and then still get reduced to fucking nothing all the time.
Hey, imagine if you didn't do
Right?
that.
I'd be dead
Imagine how
again.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, you're really fucked up. God damn.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
And you said she just threw mud at you? What was it?
It was a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it must have been some caustic mud.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna-
we went careening through several walls.
Oh, a stalagmite did that to your face. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yes, stalagmites, but also stone walls.
Oh,
Okay, let's see. Now let's do. I'm gonna use everything I have left, or at least I'm gonna leave everything but one charge of the Wand of Inflict Light Wounds.
That makes sense.
Plus, oh my god, hang on. Maximum 5. Okay, wait. 10, 15, 20. Oh my god, I can't do that math. Hang on. I gotta do this one at a time, or else I'm gonna fuck it up royally.
It's okay, we'll just keep talking.
Anyway, you shouldn't be too proud or surprised. I haven't decided what to do about Des is all.
No,
but
fuck!
You haven't,
You know.
You haven't decided because you were going to ask us about it, right?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna bring it up. It's the kind of, we talk about things that occur in our day.
That's not as encouraging as like. God, it's really on its last legs, isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
It's like
World's worst heals imaginable.
it's like when you start up an old car's.
God, did I get this thing wet or something? Did I splinter it?
And just tap, 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 like.
Oh man. Is that enough?
That'll be fine, I think. Ugh.
Get him again. One more
I got
time.
one
His
left.
soul
I
is
got one
still
left. I gotta
dancing.
see.
No,
I
look.
can't
If you do-
save this for a critical moment. This last one in this, I can't rely on this. I gotta get rid of it and get a new one.
Just hitting the back of it like a ketchup
Yeah, like
bottle.
a thing of ketchup.
Come on, man.
Let's see that
It just catches on fire.
He throws it into the puddle.
You throw it in the puddle, and Tathelfie appears. This is a rare one, and disappears back into the water.
I guess that last 10 uses of it really are, like, they always tell you, careful of that last 10 uses. They're really useless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how
They do say that.
They
Wow. That is the fucking shittiest.
Wow.
Thank God
I'm
this
glad
wasn't
to
like.
be rid of it.
Yeah, nothing important's happening right now.
Fuck, dude.
Just Tafflebear didn't take the money and run. We can get another one.
Okay. And can I just say, since today we thought was gonna be pretty bad and turned out to be, like, worse than we expected, can I just say, obviously we should be out there and try and, you know, save as many lives as possible as people are still getting over stuff, but, we're taking tonight off, okay? I'm just mandating that.
I mean, we can say that, but if something happens, something happens.
If something happens, fine, but, like, if there's not a new crisis, we gotta get some R&R, because we're gonna have to leave again tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Assuming Parthena's not hiding in the sewer somewhere, we're gonna have to go after her.
Rosa likely.
Redpath leans up against the back of the bench that the other two are sitting on, and he looks up at the sky.
If something else does happen tonight, then
He just sticks up 2 middle fingers to the sky. Please?
Are you flipping off the gods, Redpath?
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
only hear, but the pause was very pregnant there, and so I figured that must be, you know, there was some kind of dramatic gesture being made.
I'll save my disdain for the sky until something actually happens.
Rosa kind of like leans over. Would you guys want to stay at our estate as just a means of like extra security, just to be further away? Well, maybe you don't want that. I don't know, but we can provide a lot of luxuries, and you know.
Honestly, that does sound pretty nice. What do you guys think? Want to take a trip to the Harrisif estate?
Is Embernice gonna be there?
She is
is-
looking
is-
for you.
She's still on duty?
Is
Uh-huh.
oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Is Amaranth there with you still?
Is
Amaranth-
Amaranth still there with me?
When you guys came out of the basement, she probably wandered off to talk to Doopsy and be like,
Yeah.
hey, by the way, we're not doing the ghost thing. Also, there's a ghost in the basement. I'm going to go burn it all. So, tough shit if you don't like that. It's like, and that's where she's at right now.
No, I left her at the academy. She was talking to Doopsy about all the ghost, the multiple ghost-related issues. What do you need?
Rosa, do you have any way to contact your sister?
Yes. Let me look at my spell list really fast, because I think I have the spell that I'm thinking about.
Oh my god, does Amaranth not know?
So, for context, and you might have picked this up, Amaranth saw Brutus's body temperature drop. She couldn't see what had happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was dragged away from his body.
Mm-hmm.
And then she and Rosa immediately left the Hollows
Mm-hmm.
to go figure out what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have at least a safe assessment that she is aware, and she is doing everything in her power to keep distracted and working.
Hmm.
He's going to turn to Rosa. Very tiredly look on his face.
Embernice is going to need you and your sister to help her out. Because Brutus isn't with us anymore. And I'm sure your sister already knows that. But you're both lucky because Embernice has requested a little bit of time. So, when you're ready, Make your
Yeah.
way back into the hollows where everything happened. And do your best.
Rosa nods. Yeah, I had a suspicion. I should have checked, but with everything going on in the city, I felt we needed to move our position and regroup with anyone.
It wasn't in the cards. It happens.
You see Rosa just kind of stares at the pond.
How's the fishing at the estate?
It's all right.
Could I bring somebody?
You can bring whoever you want, Redpath.
Okay.
I mean, that goes for all of you. We'll need a little bit of time to make accommodations for many more guests, but please, that's not a deterrent, and invite who you want.
Can I make a request? We've had
Absolutely.
a huge number of awkward and stressful dinners at giant tables. Can we just do like a potluck a la carte kind of thing? You know, just put the food out and we can wander off and be in small groups so we can kind of decompress and not have to make a whole event out of it.
Big tables are really stressful. Now that you mention it, I didn't think about it. Yeah, I actually don't love big tables.
Rosa frowns. I like big tables.
Well, big tables can be fun. You get to sit at the head of the big table and feel like you're in charge. Like, that's cool and all,
It's
but I
fine
feel
in
like
moderation, but
I feel like what we need right now is to go as low key as possible and just have a night off.
Big tables were one of my favorite things to encounter in my life and my profession, and I would just like to say, since meeting all of you, they have exponentially become one of my least favorite things. And I need you to know how fucking soul draining that is. Tables are my lair, okay?
I thought that was the kitchen. You can do whatever you want in the kitchen.
Extended layer action,
Once it's out on the
diadem.
table, you're there and you're being judged, right? That can't be comfortable.
That's the challenge. I revel in the challenge.
I will contact Tabitha and see if she can, I don't know, make pigs in a blanket. and things of
Literally
the
just,
sort.
it doesn't even have to leave the kitchen. I would be happy to serve myself in the kitchen and wander off somewhere and talk to like a person. Just as long as I don't have to be at 12 people that are mandated to be having engaged interaction with each other for like 2 hours. That I don't need in my life right now, is all I'm saying.
That much we can promise. If I had to guess, I think a lot of people are interested in just maybe laying on the floor for a while.
Yeah, no, I that's like that's the energy I'm getting.
All right.
Anyway, I'm gonna start walking to the theater now. Anybody
Yeah,
wanna come
I'll
with
swing
me?
by and pick up Fez and then meet up with you guys.
Yeah, no, I'll go with you.
Are we all meeting at the theater? Is that the plan?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
We'll get there with Doletto once we walk through city.
Yeah.
And we don't spy any little smoking rats?
Give me perception checks. If
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
look
sure.
for the
One last
smoking rat.
chance for our evening to be ruined.
He looks up at the sky.
I'm not looking. I
Wow.
don't care. You're not looking. You don't care.
Really, we
You're
can't
not
look
looking.
at
I
all
don't
anymore.
care.
I'll
Dio.
look at the sky.
We don't
Damn
care.
it, I wanted that one so
Hey, 23
bad.
is still 23.
It's still a
Still
23.
23.
You did your best to roll as low as possible.
let's see here. Yeah. I think, let's see here. Nash.
Yeah, I did my best to not have to be involved again.
Only if you don't want to.
I mean, it's my duty to know what
Just
the
in
rat
and
is
out.
doing.
Tell him get lost. 5-minute
Hey, you
conversation.
Fuck
tops.
off!
All right, let me ping. Because it's a big map.
Of course.
I will say, as you walk through, you see that like they haven't even fully cleaned out bodies yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. And you're seeing like families reconnecting. You're seeing like even guards reconnecting, like, oh, thank God, and like going back up to them and whatnot. You do spot as you go, Deletta doesn't have an immediate strong reaction because she's just kind of letting this wash over her of her city just blown apart. This is gonna be like months to maybe even years of reconstruction. It's bad. But you do spot him chitty-chatting with Flair Debonair and also with a couple of civilians and guards. And he clearly notices your presence but continues talking to Flair. You are free to engage how you see fit.
And Ash is gonna walk forward with, just
swagger.
She still has her arm wrapped around yours.
Truth, please.
Nash moment of truth. I kill with my eye laser.
Removes his eye patch.
Ash just kind of like reaches out, but more so it's like, your shop doing okay, Flair?
Oh my God. Nash from the 11th hour who has helped and used my products multiple times. I'm so glad to see that you're okay. And accompanied by the port. Maybe this ain't the time. Hey, like seriously.
Nash just do a little bit of a smile, like at least she's got her energy up still.
Hey, hold on. You look like, politely, Nash, you look like fucking shit. Hang on. And she like reaches into her pocket and hands you a potion. And she's like, I won't take no for an answer, and like basically forces the bottle down your throat. And she heals you 28.
God, I wish that were my fucking wand.
So do I. I also wish that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You really reached up to get to me.
Yeah, it's hard. I had to like jump. I like had to climb in like a tree to get there, but like here we are. Oh shit.
Thank you. It does make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, I hope it does, buddy. Man, hey, she just like kind of punches you in the shoulder, or at least more like in your like lower arm. Just like, thanks for what you did back there. I didn't see you personally, but like I saw Dia. Well, she was a big old gargoyle, and that was neat.
Yeah, makes sense. She do that often.
Yeah, she like jumped into a cannon and then like punched. I couldn't really see from where I was, but like I wouldn't bother going to the top part of the hill. It's a fucking disaster. Oh, Portmaster, hi. I wouldn't go up there. I've already kind of previewed it a bit. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just stone faced.
Yeah, Deletta just like squeezes Deletta's arm a little bit, and then is like, you okay here? This guy giving you trouble?
Is that guy bothering you?
Is this guy bothering you? So fucking funny. He suddenly turns over. Nash, good to see you again. Madam Deletta Delado. He takes a deep bow. I've been evaluating the city and providing healing, though I have received a message that we are no longer welcomed here. Understandable. I apologize. I just wanted to wrap up the last couple of heals to make sure who I bump into is at least doing okay. And you see these two blue jays like look at one another. Nash, you get the feeling that they ignored the message to not engage with Yeniskov, and they are exhausted from conversation.
It was so clear.
But
we told them don't engage, and they still did it, and they reaped what they sowed.
They look you in the eye. For Leviara.
They kept him tied up. That's good. Good men.
Yeniskov peeks over. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was also trying to take a gander if by chance Magnus and Lucine were anywhere, or if there was any trace of them. If it's any comfort,
I'm pretty confident they are long gone. I've also gotten a report that a few boats have gone missing. Would not be surprised if those two snuck away on there.
Yeah, me and Redpath went to intervene, but we saw them teleport when we got there, so...
I see. So it sounds like the anti-magic equipment was damaged by Magnus. So they were able to... that is frustrating. Well, thank you for the report, Nash.
Nash just like nods, but in his head it's like, yeah, so you don't have to fucking search around anymore. They teleported. They're fucking gone.
Gone. Get out of here.
Yeah, even as you say that, like, his back is to you and he's like just looking out into like the ocean and down at the docks, and like it's actually a pretty spectacular view from here to like see a good chunk of the city.
Yes, the damage is quite extensive. Madame Delado.
Yes, sorry, I lost myself for a moment there.
No, the view is rather concerning. I know plenty of individuals in the mainland who not only have assisted us with the development of redemption, but have pretty good understanding of earth magic and things of the sort. Might be able to assist with reconstruction. I know you're not interested in keeper assistance, fair enough, but these guys are freelance. No affiliation. Expensive, but I assure you, worth every coin.
Sure, I'd appreciate that.
Here is list. I have already created in case you did say yes. And even if you said no, I would probably try to sneak it on Nash in some capacity.
God, these fucking hustlers.
She takes the list. Nash, have you gotten any better at reading?
Do you think he's gotten marginally better at reading. Like, I think big words probably are still rough for him.
Okay.
But
a lot of the names on there you don't really recognize. Like, some of them are clearly Elven, so it's like, whoa, fuck that.
Look,
it's way too hard.
Elven names, don't even get him started on Elven names. No.
However, there is one on the list you recognize. Maybe never written, but you have heard it. Dirt Eater Bosco.
Oh. Kind of points at that name. I know him.
Oh, is he nice? Is he good?
Trying to remember, was he wasn't like a bad guy, but he did get contracted by
So what happened to him is that he was contracted by how you know is the bad doctor to do things, but also got blasted with a bunch of hangman spores for like temporary like brain fuckery, which is why he even attacked you guys. And then once that got knocked out of his system, he was immediately on your side again.
Yeah, he was nice. He has some big moles, so that might be scary for people.
Oh, are they not cute?
They are not cute. Well, there was one with a bow.
That sounds cute.
But they're still like... Nash, they're like the size of bears, right? Like, they're big moles.
Little bigger than bear, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they got bigger? Jeez, well, it has been a while. But yeah, no, they are not cute. I would advise not letting the general public see them. But if there are any collapsed tunnels in the hollows, he might be the right... Although
Don't
he likes...
let Bosto hear you call them not cute.
And Nash didn't say they weren't cute. He just said people might get scared.
So he nods. But
I hope that is useful. If there is anything else that I can do for you, just let me know. I'm more than happy to assist. Not as a judge by any means, but as the Warden of Redemption. Besides,
Nash lets Daletta take the lead on this. She's the portmaster. He's not going to make decisions on her behalf.
She nods. Yenneskav?
Yes.
I really do appreciate what you've done and how you have been a leash for your mad dog. However, I don't want you back in my city unless it's to get on a boat back to your prison.
Reasonable. I like a lady who can speak her mind and is perfectly honest. Well, Madame Deleta Delado, he takes a deep bow. In absolute pleasure, and I am so sorry we had to meet under such dreadful circumstances. Nash, same exact thing. Wonderful to meet you. I hope we meet under better circumstances, though I have a feeling. Maybe not so much. But hey, a man can dream, huh?
I have a feeling I may be going to be, how you say, a boss fight?
We
I am,
cross
you know.
bridge when get to it.
Hey, I cannot wait to turn you into Mercury, yeah.
Oh, just you wait. I have fucking mechanics, boy.
My mechanics, you cannot even comprehend them.
Dude, it's gonna be
My
fucking
layer,
crazy.
the whole fucking earth.
I gain
art!
different, I gain different powers depending on which one I smoke.
What are you? You look like an NPC, but you have boss mechanics.
What is exclamation point above your head? Ah, don't worry.
Yeah, but all the same. He gives a little nod and just wanders off.
And Ash gives a nod.
I just saw Yenishkov fucked off.
Yeah, and
Wonder
then
why
he-
guy who talks so nice as him stay with her.
She
It's just like a thinking out loud a little bit.
She kind of looks back and thinks, because I think she might be easy for him to I think he believes she's easy to manipulate. I'm more than aware of that.
Well, he might be in for a bad surprise one day.
I hope so.
Okay.
Is it bad to wish ill will on people like that? Like, I feel like it's a little justified, but I also feel kind of bad about it.
Same. He's just like not anything.
Don't have answer, just agree.
That's as far as go.
That's as far as go.
Ash like gives a little wave to Flare.
All right, well, if y'all need anything else, you just let me know. Deletta, I just want to let you know, I'm going to be handing out as many potions as I can. I'm actually brewing a whole nother batch of just various like cures and restorations and whatnot. It's going to take a little bit, but free, like legitimately free of charge. Oh my God, that's so kind. But just let people know I did it. You know, but not like a boast thing, but like it is impressive like how much I can produce in a short period of time. But it's a charity thing, but like exposure. I'd appreciate a little exposure.
You know, altruism's nice and all, but I don't sell product now, do it?
I don't keep roof on my head.
Deletta nods. I think we can manage that. I really appreciate that. That's real swell. I really appreciate that. Oh, hey, you two, points to the Blue Jays. Why don't you come inside and help me like stir and stuff? They look at Deletta. I mean, if she needs help and it's for the city. For Leviora!
Oh, Leviora! They draw their wooden spoons.
Yeah, Nash
from their
just
sleeves.
like says out, we have injured people at theater, so maybe send a box there with big sticker.
Oh, Nash. You're a businessman through and through. Thank you so much. And she sprints inside with the Blue Jays. Whoops, that's not them.
Oh no!
She moves it with her mind.
Die!
Yeah. Is there anything else that we wanted to try? Because we're getting pretty close to that time.
I think we've spun our wheels, and I don't think there's nothing else I want to do. I think it might be time to wonder what happens next time on Ebon Ward.
Yeah, I think it may indeed be. What kind of music do we play after everything that's happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
I could be
man.
wrong, but I think it's quite likely that next session is going to be the end of our time in Leviara.
Yeah.
For real this time.
For real?
With Frizz? No way!
Da-da-da-da-da. And Bernice is super
I love
bummed.
how we just left Blackthorn and right
Marjorie.
I mean, we
in
can
the
invite
hollows.
them to dinner if they want to come.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about when you don't have to have everyone sat around a big table. You can invite way more people because they can disperse through a larger area.
Yeah.
Yo, let's have a house party at the Hearst of Estate.
And get fucked up.
Let's get
Oh
crunk.
my god.
Did you say? Oh my god, they had thinking an NPC Rolodex. They had Armella Dulane doing keg stands. It was crazy.
Wow. If you want to continue to encourage this behavior, consider supporting us on Patreon.
Garen just walks up. I want to get fucked up.
If for some reason you think that sponsoring this is a thing that you want to do, a couple bucks a month gets you access to a bunch of the custom artwork that we have for all of these games that we run. We also have a Discord that you should consider joining if you haven't already. It's our community hub. It's where the weekly schedule gets posted, and it's where people submit fan art. Speaking of, do we have some?
Oh,
Yep.
you bet your bippy we do. I can grab the link. It is courtesy of Bunny Made of Bread.
Thank you so very much. You make my life a breeze by making these.
Did I say the
videos.
wrong last name? Am I crazy? Isn't it Dulane?
You.
Yeah,
Armella
no, you're
Dulane.
right.
Yeah.
Armella
Okay,
Dulane.
Dulane.
okay.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
crazy.
Armella Delato.
Yeah.
Easy mistake.
Listen, I fucked up this adventure yet again by having so many like A's and D's in people's names and then mixing and matching them.
Yep.
Like, I never learned, dude.
No, you never notice until it's staring you in the face. Like, I had fucking in Red Stitch, I had a character named Vic and Vice in the same adventure. Like, fucking.
Oh,
They were like rooms away from each other.
You just
never
never notice.
learn.
Anyway, thank you, Bunny Made of Bread. M Ward, episode 157. There's nothing inherently worrying about ice cold rooms. Very true.
yeah.
Top of the pile from Zeely. Nice.
This is mahogany.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No notes. Yeah.
Then from Zeely, it's Elmo's birthday.
It's really funny
1.5 birthday. He
the
should know
texture
better.
around the middle of the face makes it look like Elmo has a big prospector mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Zeely. And also from Zeely.
I can't tell what you are visually. Congratulations!
I'm trying to look at Maze's face here, so I can't tell what
The
expression.
more
really
you look, the less you
visually.
see.
There's a lot of options. He's either a moomin or going. "Bleh."
I like looking at it as the big point is his nose, and then the
Yeah,
like,
like the-
W is the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tiny.
Yeah,
mouth.
that's the boo.
It's good. Thank you, Zeely. And also from Zeely.
You think they chew 5 gum in there?
I don't know why they'd have that much, but sure.
Thank you so much. And also from Zeely.
I, Parthena, remain as a performance artist.
Oh my god, Parthena unhinged streamer. Oy.
Oy.
Also-
I'm a VTuber, vampire tuber.
Kills you.
Agitus, Meredith, Redwood, they're all dead.
I remain. No, if anything, should be like Agitus, Marjorie, Redwood. I remain.
Marjorie, Redwood.
Thank you. Then also from Zeely, Amaranth 5 Gum POV.
Humphrey.
Very good. Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you so much. The feminine urge.
Oh.
Go there,
Oh,
go in the light.
Go. Thank you
go.
so much. And then from Fink, Kramka Wolf.
Cramp, go wool.
Big.
It is
There you
big.
go.
Very nice. Thank you so much. From Zilly.
Oh mein Gott in heaven.
Thank you so much. Then from South American Koipo.
Yeah, my man going through it.
Oh,
but-
no!
Oh, Evan, what is life needs?
Man, I'm always rooting for you, cool cat.
Man, we're happy to brighten things up for you, man. That's what it's all about. Cheers,
Hang
brother.
in there.
And then from Kuriyuki.
Caden, what are those?
My new shoes, aren't they perfect?
They are awful, gaudy, and make me want to kill you. So they're perfect. Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining him like Kirby because of
Yeah! I mean, that's all that's left of him.
Poyo.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. Then from South American Koipo.
Damn, sis, what happened? Ice is spooky.
That was some very scary ice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was there the whole time. If you happen to bump into it, it'd be like, all right, well, then they go down there, and that's a really dangerous encounter.
Yep, and it's wholly unrelated to other problems.
I had the correct sorcerer with me.
Then from Galactic Axolotl. I want my girlfriend.
boom, boom, boom.
Thank you so much.
Six being a parody of himself again.
Yes, we all love Pride Lionheart.
We all love Pride. If
Now?
I were not Nash, I would be making moves on Pride. And yet here we are.
And yet, here we are.
I'm sorry to dangle this carrot in front of you.
Thank you, Six.
Thank you.
Then from Galactic Axolotl. Guard Doggy.
Our doggy.
Benning
Guard
Big.
doggy. That is honestly kind of the height difference for these two.
They're like nesting dolls.
And then from Zilly.
Good pay.
Look, I'm not gonna lecture you about it because that's a perfectly fine reason. It just seems like a bit underwhelming, you know.
Honestly, that keeper's a real one. I bet if you asked a lot of them, they'd be like, "Oh," and give some philosophical bullshit
I
Fucking
wanna
reason.
fascist
convict the
answer.
people.
This guy's just like, "Yeah, they pay me." It's like, all right. I mean, if you're gonna be a fascist, that's at least an understandable reason.
And then from South American Koipo.
Fuck.
He's big.
Jesus Christ.
Thank
Just
you so
imagining
much.
that meme of the looking at the jacked chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then from Zilly.
Russell.
Very, very funny. Then from Demifly.
You will not disrespect doily pushing. A lot of shit has happened today. That is bizarrely my line.
Also, thank you as a new artist, Demifly. Always happy to see new ones.
I love that his ass pockets always look like pockets.
Date goals.
God, your ass really is just caved in, huh?
Blackthorn fixed it.
God.
It still doesn't look bad, right?
Wait, did you have Blackthorn actually fix your ass?
Yeah, no, that was the joke. I buffed my constitution, so I said he fixed my ass.
Oh, okay. I hope you understand the sound of a when it just comes in.
Thank
Like
you.
in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when the bad guy reinflates himself.
Then from Psycho Gaze.
Hello? Hello?
Whoa!
Thank you so much. From Demifly.
That's a big dog.
Sure is. Also from Demifly.
That's a big juice.
It is.
I kind of love how this keeper is drawn here.
Yeah, it's good.
Very shaped, very
Good
like.
energy.
You do need the context that he's a keeper, because otherwise you can't figure it out.
Looks like a gravestone. If not, you know, this has the same energy as like you can tell the expression on the stickman's face,
Yeah,
even though he doesn't have a face.
Thank you so much. Then from Zealy.
Why are you me? I'm me.
Thank you so much.
And then from Kurayuki, the same, but worse.
All around me are familiar faces.
Thank you so much.
That's mate.
And from Zealy.
No oven rights. You lose. Good day, sir.
This is tangentially your fault. Thank you so much. God, it's so funny because like a month passed and he's still mad about it.
Yeah.
Dude, like, it just fucked up his kitchen.
Karen,
Worst
we gotta have a talk about
Disaster in
this.
his kitchen.
No.
Garrett!
Then from Demifly.
It was bold.
It was. And then from Zilly, meanwhile, in Super Hell.
I'm sure she'll come back.
There's no way she'd leave me on red. I'm fucking Des Veritas. I'm so handsome.
Thank you so much.
I was popping my collar before and after it was cool.
And then from Fink.
Aww.
Oh, it's very cute.
Aw.
Aw.
Yeah, no. Fink made a really nice animatic.
Oh,
It's
so.
it's so sad.
It is. Thank you, Fink. Then from Demifly. He's not in this puddle I'm staring at. Thank you so much. Then from Zeely.
You did good! Also tell him I say hi.
Monogamy.
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 Thank you so much. I actually don't love Fink animals.
So shaped.
I imagine this is also from Demifly. It's not properly labeled.
I can scroll.
I can
down.
imagine it.
It is also from Demifly. Yes.
Yeah. Then from Zilly.
Is this time bothering you?
Wasn't a better time to break out eye laser. Thank you, Zilly. Then from Galactic Axolotl.
We're sorry to make you choke on your pad thai.
Look, it's
I'm
the risk
not
you take.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sorry
a risk
either.
you take with Kihu Peanut.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Galactic Axolotl, you're God's bravest soldier. Then from Fink.
If something does happen tonight,
Then from Zeely.
Oh, I know him.
Oh, I love these little moles.
No!
Look at them. I wish they looked like that.
They look so cute.
Very nice. Then from Skip.
Somebody has to stop Skip! This one's not okay!
Who's that baby girl?
Skipped. No.
No, you can't do this.
The collection.
I think there's a couple more that snuck on in.
Can you drop those in the roll 20 for me?
Yes.
I think there's only two.
So this one is courtesy of South American Koipo.
Aww.
What happened to Bernice?
What happened to Bernice?
God, amazing. Oh, here, I'll send the second one because it's like the complete version. But here is from, of course, Goblin Pink.
Hey, Goblin Pink, I see what you got there. I see what you did there. You give it up.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Just going for the dunk.
Who would win, Lost Snatch or 69M?
Vote now on your phones. Thank you, everybody, for submitting all of that. Wonderful
you.
as always. And Will, thank you for running this. This was a pleasure.
Hey, thank you all for playing.
Yeah, thank you to my fellow players for being here and being present. You guys make this a wonderful experience, of course. And thanks everybody for coming out here, supporting the show however you do it, be it by giving us fan art, giving us money, or just being here at all. Your support, however you show it, means the absolute world to us. Thank you for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Goodbye.
Toodles.